Welcome into historic Bosse Field as the Evansville Otters finally back home here taking on the Gateway Grizzlies. Hello everybody, I'm Lucas Macklin. Thank you so much for joining us on this Friday evening version of the Evansville Otters. They will come in looking for their first win since they played at home against Florence. That was all the way back a couple of weeks ago already. Back in the month of June, they are still searching for their first win of July. They take on a Gateway Grizzlies squad that has been playing really good baseball as of late. They have won 5 of their last 6 series, including a series against the Otters back in Gateway, where Evansville took game 1 but dropped the second 2 games. They pitched a couple of pitchers. Parker Brahms started that game where Evansville won. He will start tonight. And Garrett Simpson, who starts game 3, also pitched against Gateway and pitched really well. Pitched to a quality start. Evansville comes in currently on a 9-game losing streak. They're looking to snap that skid here at home where they have played much better baseball. They have played to a 17-12 record at home compared to a 4-20 road record. It has been a stark difference of teams, and they will send Parker Brahms to the mound, who is making another start for this Evansville squad. He has been in a bit of a rut, struggled his last couple of times out. A couple of starts ago against Florence only went 2 innings, where he gave up 7 runs in a game that Evansville would come back and win, and then pitched back on the 5th where he went 5 innings, gave up 10 runs, struck out 3, walked 3, also gave up 2 home runs in that one. And it was an unfortunate turn of events for Evansville. They could not win that game. They dropped it to Schaumburg 18-5. You're listening to the Papa John's pregame show. Remember that Papa John's is the official sponsor of the Otters pregame and postgame shows, available every game night, 20 minutes before and 10 minutes after each Otters game on the Otters Digital Network, the Home Team Network, and our 96.9 WYIR. Speaking of the Home Team Network, they are the exclusive home of every Frontier League game this year. So check out Home Team Network to sign up today and get a front row seat to every Otters game this season. Mentioned that Evansville just dropped their last game against Washington, in which Washington did jump out early on a Andrew Check, 3-run home run. He actually ended up with 2 home runs in that one. Braden Scott ended up going 7 innings, only allowing 4 earned runs, but unfortunately Evansville offense was blanked for the most part in that game, only managed 4 hits. 2 of them were RBI singles from Logan Brown. Keenan Taylor and Graham Brown also got a couple of hits, and Graham Brown scored both the runs for the Otters offense in that one. But they come back here tonight, here in Evansville, taking on the Gateway Grizzlies. Like I've said before, they've played such good baseball here at Bosse Field, and hopefully that can continue tonight. We'll take a short break here on the Papa John's pregame show, and when we're back, we'll talk about the starting lineups and a little bit more about the starting pitchers here on the Otters Digital Network.
Maintaining our independence becomes more and more vital as we age. Swerka and more can help you navigate this important journey by answering your questions and connecting you to free and unbiased community resources and support services. If you are seeking advice for yourself or a loved one, let Swerka be your first call. More information available at swerka.org or by calling 812-464-7800. Right now in Vanderburgh County, over 800 children are in the child welfare system waiting for someone to be their voice, and you could be that voice by becoming a court-appointed special advocate, a CASA volunteer. Donating just a few hours a month of your time can change a child's life forever. Vanderburgh County CASA invites you to join them. Stand up, speak out, be for the child, be a CASA. For more information, visit vandcasa.com. That's VAND CASA.com. Ballet Indiana is made up of local ballet professionals, dedicated parents, and community members in order to provide unique and life enriching experiences for hundreds of young dancers, while carrying out their mission to inspire a lifelong appreciation for dance for both our dancers and the Evansville community. More information on Ballet Indiana and information about their upcoming performances is available at balletindiana.org. Maintaining our independence becomes more and more vital as we age. Swerka and More can help you navigate this important journey by answering your questions and connecting you to free and unbiased community resources and support services. If you are seeking advice for yourself or a loved one, let Swerka be your first call. More information available at swerka.org or by calling 812-464-7800. Right now in Vanderburgh County, over 800 children are in the child welfare system waiting for someone to be their voice, and you could be that voice by becoming a court-appointed special advocate, a CASA volunteer. Donating just a few hours a month of your time can change a child's life forever. Vanderburgh County CASA invites you to join them. Stand up, speak out, be for the child, be a CASA. For more information, visit vandcasa.com. That's VAND Ballet Indiana is made up of local ballet professionals, dedicated parents, and community members in order to provide unique and life-enriching experiences for hundreds of young dancers, while carrying out their mission to inspire a lifelong appreciation for dance for both our dancers and the Evansville community. More information on Ballet Indiana and information about their upcoming performances is available at balletindiana.org.
Welcome back into historic Bossy Field. Evansville Otters taking on the Gateway Grizzlies, and you're listening to the Papa John's pregame show. Remember that Papa John's is the official sponsor of the Otters pregame and postgame shows, available every game night, 20 minutes before and 10 minutes after each Otters game on the Otters Digital Network, the home team network, and 96.9 WYIR. Evansville comes in currently on a 9-game losing streak. They have dropped all 9 games played in the month of July. They dropped 3 against Mississippi at home to start the month, and then dropped 3 against Schaumburg on the road, and then 3 against Washington on the road. It has been a rough month of June, to say the least, but 5 of those 9 losses have come by 1 run. A 1-run loss against Mississippi on July 2nd, a 1-run loss to Mississippi on July 3rd, and then they had 3 walk-off losses. Again, 1 against Schaumburg, the first game of that road trip, and then 2 against Washington, both of those coming in extra innings. Thank you so much for joining me on this Friday night version of Otters Baseball. As Evansville back at home at Bossy Field. Can't wait to get it started. Now, welcome into those at home team joining us for this stream. You're listening to the Papa John's pregame show where the Evansville Otters are taking on the Gateway Grizzlies. This is the third of 4 series Evansville will take on against the Grizzlies this year. Evansville still searching for their first win in the month of June. That being said, they are 0-5 in 1-run games this month. They have been close in a lot of these games. They just haven't been able to get those big hits, the big pitching performances. They've just been struggling to get that big win. Unfortunately, it has been all too often here in the month of June, as they currently stand at 21-32. Gateway comes in at 32-20. Let's take a look at today's starting lineups. First for the Gateway Grizzlies. Leading it off for them, the catcher, Jose Alvarez. It'll be the first time he's leading off a game this year. Batting second and playing shortstop, the switch-hitting Abdiel Diaz. Batting third and DHing, the former Purple Ace Mark Schallenberger. Batting fourth and playing third base, DJ Stewart. Batting fifth and playing in right field, Victor Castillo. Batting sixth and playing second base will be Dale Thomas. Batting seventh and playing left field will be Edwin Mateo. Batting eighth and playing first base, Paxton Wallace. And rounding out their lineup, the center fielder, Cole Brandon. That is a lineup with 2 of their 3 All-Stars. Their third All-Star, Gabe Holt, currently is injured. He's not on the IL, but he is not active for tonight's ball game, so he will not be playing today. The other two All-Stars, the catcher Jose Alvarez and the right fielder tonight, Victor Castillo, both of those guys will be on the All-Star roster. Pitching for them tonight will be Ben Harris. He's making his 6th start of the season. He comes in with a 4-0 record, but it has mostly been on the back of the defense. He enters with a 4.5 ERA in his 5 starts. He's pitched 26 innings, 22 strikeouts to 17 walks. He made his first start back on June 7th against Joliet, where he did pitch 6 shutout innings, but since then he's given up at least 2 runs in each of his outings. He's only gone as long as 6 innings in an outing. But Gateway has been able to get a win every single time he's pitched, and it has led to his 4-0 record. We'll see if Evansville can get to him tonight. He's a guy that doesn't strike out a ton of batters, has a pretty high walk rate, at least early in this season, a 7.6 K per 9 to a 5.9 walks per 9 rate. Over his history, he's been more of a control pitcher, but so far in his early professional career, he struggled with the walks and hasn't struck out a ton, so hopefully Evansville can get to him tonight. Now let's take a look at the starting lineup for your Evansville Otters. Leading it off, the DH David Mendham. Batting second and playing second base is Graham Brown. Batting third and playing in right field, J.T. Benson. Batting fourth and playing third base is Paven Parks. Batting fifth and playing in left field, the other All-Star alongside J.T. Benson, Keenan Taylor. Batting sixth and playing first base is Logan Brown. Batting seventh and back in the lineup tonight, J.J. Cruz. Batting eighth and catching, Justin Felix. And rounding out the lineup, the center fielder, Ellis Schwartz. I mentioned it earlier, but Keenan Taylor and J.T. Benson both being named to the All-Star rosters alongside Braden Scott. Keenan Taylor will be one of the 9 starters on the offensive side of the ball. On the bench tonight, Dennis Pierce and L.J. Jones both getting nights off, and hopefully Evansville can take advantage with that lineup tonight. And they will send Parker Brahms to the mound. Talked a little bit about him earlier on the pregame show, but he has been in a little bit of a rut in his last 2 starts. A couple of starts ago, he only went 2 innings rather. Only went 2 innings, giving up 7 runs in a game against Florence. And Evansville would come back to win it, but he didn't pitch well in that game. And then July 5th on the road against Schaumburg only went 5 innings, giving up 10 runs in an 18-5 loss against Schaumburg. So in his last 7 innings, those 2 starts, he's given up 17 earned runs. It was coming off the back of a couple of fantastic performances, one against Washington where he went 7 innings, only giving up 1 run, and then a game against Gateway, this Gateway squad where he went 6 innings, only giving 2 earned runs. Hopefully Evansville can get that version of Parker Brahms tonight rather than the version we've seen the last couple of games for this Otters squad. Talked about it a little bit, but man, they have been close in some of these games. A 7-6 loss against Mississippi. Finished off the road trip, or finished off the homestand to start July, where they went 0-3. And then a sweep against Schaumburg, where they had 2 one-run losses, sandwiching a big blowout against Schaumburg. And then against Washington, they kept all 3 games close. A couple of extra inning games that neither of them went their favor. And then the final game, just last night, they lost 5-2 in an effort where Braden Scott did go 7 innings, but gave up 4 runs, and that was all Washington needed, as Evansville only managed 4 hits and only scored 2 runs. Both of those runs being scored by Graham Brown, both RBIs went to Logan Brown. So hopefully Evansville can get some of that from the Browns tonight, as well as the rest of their offensive lineup. We mentioned David Mendham in the leadoff position tonight. It's been a common theme for the last week or so. David Mendham in the leadoff spot. This will be his 9th time starting in the leadoff spot. Graham Brown, after batting down a little bit, back up to the 2-hole after his good performance last night. J.T. Benson, one of the All-Stars for the Otters, batting third. And then J.J. Cruz, he missed the last 4 games, whether coach decision or not, I'm not sure. But he was out the last 4 games, back in the lineup tonight. In the first game against Schaumburg, had a 3 home run game, tied for the most by any Otters player. Unfortunately, Evansville, obviously, as I mentioned, not able to win that game. Hopefully, if they can get similar performance tonight, they can go out there and get a big win to get this team going back in the right direction. Mentioned this a lot. This is one of those teams that you could see getting hot and going on a run and actually making a push. Obviously, they are currently at 8.5 games out of first place, but man, if some of these games start going their ways, they could go on a run, but it's going to take a lot of help as well. Thank you for listening to the Papa John's pregame show. Now time to give you to the great Zane Caldfelter giving you the starting lineups for your Evansville Otters. Go to the national anthem as we head towards the first pitch here on the Otters Digital Network.
Number 24, Graham Brown, his baseball buddies Grayson and Braden. Batting third, the right fielder, number 9, J.T. Vincent, his baseball buddies Haley and Austin. Batting fourth, the third baseman, number 13, Haven Parks. His baseball buddy is Joshua. Batting fifth, the left fielder, number 12, Keenan Taylor. His baseball buddy is Jackson. Batting sixth, the first baseman, number 28, Logan Brown. His baseball buddy is Ty. Batting seventh, the shortstop, number 17, J.J. Cruz. His baseball buddies, Nora and Aiden. Batting eighth and catching, number 5, Justin Felix. His baseball buddy is Colson. Batting ninth, the center fielder, number 3, Ellis Schwartz. His baseball buddy is Matthew. Pitching for the Evansville Otters, right-handed pitcher, number 13, Parker Brahms. His baseball buddies, Henry and James. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, would you please rise and remove your caps as we honor America's freedom, those who now protect it, and pay tribute to those who have made the ultimate sacrifice with the singing of our national anthem, this evening performed by U.S. Marine Corps veteran Bobby Shipman. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and rockets red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave. Ladies and gentlemen, Bobby Shipman with our national anthem.
Welcome back into historic Bosse Field as we start nearing the first pitch of this ball game. On the mound is Parker Brahms making his next start of this season. Behind the plate is Justin Felix. That pitcher-catcher battery is sponsored by the Answer Auto Repair East. Find your battery needs at the Answer Auto Repair East, located at 2319 North Green River Road, or call 812-475-9000. So Brahms making his 10th start of the season. There was one start where he only went a third of an inning due to injury, but other than that, he has been up and down to say the least. Had two really good starts, one against Washington, one against this Gateway squad. He's actually pitched 2 games against Gateway so far this year. First time was back all the way back on May 10th, where he pitched 5 1/3 shutout innings en route to Evansville's first win of the season. They would win that one 3-2. He would get the no decision because that game went to extra innings. Second time he faced Gateway, went 6 innings, only giving up 2 runs, pitched to a quality start. Obviously, Evansville's bullpen let that one get a little bit out of hand, but they would still go on to win 12-8, where he would earn his 2nd win of the season. But we talked about this before. The one thing that's really bitten him this year has been the long ball. He's done a good job for the most part this year, but he's had some of those blow-up games, and we've seen a couple of those. So hopefully he can go out tonight and give a good start, get Evansville back in the win column. Again, have not gotten a win since the start of July. 9 games, 9 losses, 5 of them have been 1-run losses. But they count as losses all the same. Jose Alvarez sets into the right-handed batter's box to get tonight's ball game started. First pitch was scheduled for 6:35. Brahms comes set and delivers the first pitch. Got him swinging, and first pitch goes at 6:36 p.m. as we are in for a great night of Otters baseball. 0-1 pitch from Brahms. Another swinging strike in his head, 0-2. Good start here for Brahms, being in the strike zone, getting Alvarez swinging out in front. A couple of off-speed pitches. We'll see what he goes with here as Alvarez calls time and steps out of the batter's box. The Otters come into this one currently 11 games under 500. They are 8.5 games out of the division race. Need to get a win call back in the win column just to get going in the right direction. 0-2 pitch, another off speed. That one stays outside, and Alvarez holds up. Counts now at 1-2. Round the horn for the Otters tonight. Pavin Parks at third. J.J. Cruz over at short. Graham Brown at second. Logan Brown at first. 1-2 pitch stays high. Now it's a 2-2 count. Alvarez starts to battle. Mentioned that Brahms is on the mound. Felix behind the plate. In the outfield, Keenan Taylor in left. Ellis Schwartz in center. And J.T. Benson out in right field. The 2-2 pitch from Brahms. Chopper up the middle. It's going to get through for a leadoff base hit. Had him at 0-2, but Alvarez fights back, ends up working a single directly back up the middle. And now it's Abdiel Diaz as he steps into the left-handed batter's box, the switch-hitting shortstop. The Otters do have a lefty in the bullpen now with Jackson Maloof. We'll see if we get to see him pitch today. Now Alvarez over at first base. We'll see what he wants to do here. First pitch to Diaz. Ripped into right field. That's going to get through for a base hit. Alvarez had to stutter step a little bit. That's going to go off the glove of Benson. Now Alvarez will advance to third base. So a single and an error on the right fielder allows Alvarez to advance to third base. And now Mark Schallenberger, the former Evansville Purple Ace, with a chance to do some damage here early in this one. That is an unforced error from J.T. Benson, who's been so good defensively all year. Schallenberger has been one of the best bats in the Frontier League this year. First pitch is an off-speed that stays low, and Schallenberger will jump ahead 1-0. So some early inning trouble that Parker Brahms is going to have to work through. Didn't talk about this in the pregame show, but we should mention that Evansville did release Parks Bauk, and they activated Carlos Delgado. He is available in the bullpen tonight. That pitch runs outside. It's a 2-0 count. So Delgado, a former starter, he can definitely give you some length. Jackson Maloof, also a lifelong starter in college. He's also a guy that can give you some length. So is Cullen Murphy. So plenty of pitchers out in the bullpen that can give some long innings if needed. Hopefully Otters won't need it. 2-0 pitch. That one misses, and now he's behind Schallenberger 3-0. Not the start Brahms wanted. He's going to try to work through this trouble. The 3-0 pitch, runners on the corners. In the dirt, ball 4. Bases are now loaded. A couple of singles and a walk for DJ Stewart.
Batting fourth, third baseman 12, DJ Stewart.
This is not the way you wanted to start your return back to home. Mentioned that Brahms in his last 7 innings over his last 2 starts has given up 17 earned runs. Entered that game against Florence with a sub-4 ERA. It has ballooned to 6.64 to start today's ball game. First pitch, that one's a chopper into right field for a base hit. One run's going to come in to score. They're going to hold Diaz at short. It's going to be a throw up the line, stopped by Felix. So they'll just go station to station. And Gateway has jumped ahead early. They already had 1-0. That didn't take long. First 4 batters already a run, still no one away. Bases loaded for Gateway here in the first inning. 2 starts ago against Florence, they pulled Brahms only after 2 innings. You got to wonder how long the leash is for him tonight. Steps in the all-star Castillo. A left-handed right fielder awaits the first pitch. That one's taken for a strike, and he's ahead 0-1. Didn't see the motion. I thought for a second he called that a ball, but it was called a strike. Now it's an 0-1 count to Castillo. 0-1, that's another soft liner in the left field. It's going to get down for a base hit. One run's going to come to score. They're going to wave in the runner from third, and Schallenberger is going to score as that throw is cut off, and 2 more runs come in to score. 5 straight have reached.
15, Dale Thomas.
Still no one away in this inning, and Gateway's already up 3-0. Not all of these have been hard hit, but it just hasn't mattered. They found holes. Next is Dale Thomas. He tries to continue this start for Gateway. First pitch, that one's over the head of Thomas. Thomas ahead 1-0 in this count. Four singles and a walk so far in this first inning. Brahms looks in and now is set as he delivers the 1-0 pitch to Thomas. Pulled the string, got him out in front, evens the count up at 1-1. Gateway has jumped on Brahms early. Mentioned that in 2 starts against Gateway this year, he's looked very good against them. But it has not been like that tonight. Third time meeting him has been the charm. That's chopped towards third. Parks bobbles it a little bit. He's not going to have a play, and everyone is safe.
Batting 7th in left field.
Now the bases are loaded once again, still no one away. That one's going to be an E5 on Pavin Parks. Still no one out in this first inning. It's going to move the inning to Edwin Mateo, another switch hitter in this lineup. Saw him pitch an inning where he shut out Evansville. But as a hitter, he has been a free swinger, and he's been hitting the ball hard. First pitch in there for a strike, and he's ahead 0-1. Home plate umpire Alex Laurie, a little bit delayed on the calls. Counts 0-1 to Mateo. Swung through that one. It's no 2 count now. Brahms still searching for his first out in the inning. He's set from the stretch. The 0-2 pitch to Mateo. High, ball 1. So ahead of another batter, but still trying to find a way to put away pitch. Brahms is still searching for that first out in the inning. Sets the 1-2 pitch to Mateo. High pop-up towards the left side of the infield. Parks will call it off and catch it in foul territory. And finally, a first out in this first inning for Evansville.
First base 20, Paxton Wallace.
Now with 1 away, Paxton Wallace is going to step into the right-handed batter's box. Mentioned the last time we saw Gateway, he's been dealing with some injuries this year. Just making his 16th appearance this season. Has hit to a .286 batting average in those games, however. This was a .385 OBP. Trying to keep this hot start going for Gateway. First pitch, that one is fouled directly back, and he'll be behind 0-1. The Otters already playing from behind, down 3-0 here in the first inning. Next pitch runs high, evens the count up at 1-1. Brahms has not had the start he wanted. And his 10th start of the season after starting off the season really well. Last couple starts has been just haven't gone his way. That one pulled the string, go out in front. He's ahead another batter at 2 strikes. 7 runs in 2 innings of work. A couple of starts ago against Florence. His last start against Schaumburg gave up 10 runs in 5 innings. He's now given up 3 runs in this first inning of baseball. Now he steps off and resets himself. Count 1-2 to Paxton Wallace. Runners at first, bases loaded rather. Bases loaded, 1 away, 3 in this first inning. And now Justin Felix is going to go out there and talk with Brahms as they try to figure something out here. Evansville has just not had things go their way this season. This month of June has been, the only word I can think of is rough. It's just not been good. Obviously, when you're 0-9 in a month to start, it's not the way you want it to go, and this is the last way you wanted this game to start. Next pitch, pulled the string, got him swinging. A German-American bank strikeout for Parker Brahms, and now there's 2 away. As he tries to strand, the base is loaded.
In center field 5, Cole Brandon.
So after the first 6 batters reached and 3 runs came in to score, he is now an out away from limiting the damage to only 3. He's got to get through Cole Brandon first. First pitch to the left-handed hitting center fielder stays high, and he's behind 1-0. Brandon is one of the best defensive center fielders in the Frontier League. Does good at getting on base, has a .340 OBP to start the season, also has 5 home runs. 1-0 pitch, checked his swing and didn't go as that pitch stays high. It counts at 2-0. DJ Stewart's at third, Victor Castillo is at second, and Dale Thomas over at first. 2 away here in the first inning. Next pitch. Just misses inside. Now it's a 3-0 count. Nowhere to put him. He's got to try to come after him. Brandon may bat in the 9-hole, but can't leave him anything over the heart of the plate. Again, with 5 home runs on the season, he can really blow this thing open. 3-0 pitch. That one does find the zone. Back in the count now, it's at 3-1. Brandon, the former second-round pick of the Boston Red Sox all the way back in 2017. In his 3rd year as a Gateway Grizzly. 3-1 pitch, chopped foul. Count's going to be full now with 2 away. So the runners will get a head start. Brahms trying to just labor through this first inning. Again, the Otters offense has all the ability in the world to come back from this, but you've got to be able to try to at least keep them within striking distance. Payoff pitch, runners take off, high pop-up. That one's going to just leave the infield as Cruz will camp under it and will bring it in for out number 3. So after 6 straight Grizzlies reach, Brahms gets 3 straight outs to get out of the inning, but not before Gateway does put up 3 runs here in the top of the first inning. The Otters come to bat for the first time, trying to bounce back in this one. Here on the Otters, the Digital Network, and 96.9 WYIR.
Maintaining our independence becomes more and more vital as we age. Swerka and more can help you navigate this important journey by answering your questions and connecting you to free and unbiased community resources and support services. If you are seeking advice for yourself or a loved one, let Swerka be your first call. More information available at swerka.org or by calling 812-464-7800. Right now in Vanderburgh County, over 800 children are in the child welfare system waiting for someone to be their voice, and you could be that voice by becoming a court-appointed special advocate, a CASA volunteer. Donating just a few hours a month of your time can change a child's life forever. Vanderburgh County CASA invites you to join them. Stand up, speak out, be for the child, be a CASA. For more information, visit vandcasa.com. That's VAND CASA.com.
The Otters are going to have to fight from behind here as they head to bat for the first time in this game. And they'll do work against Ben Harris, making his 6th start of the year. And man, in 5 starts has a 4-0 record. What a way to start your professional career. Evansville hoping to get to him early, and he will face David Mendham to start this one.
Leadoff batter of the game, designated hitter, number 34, David Mendham.
Mendham in the leadoff spot does so good at getting on base this year, so why not bat him in the leadoff hole? Ben Harris on the mound. Beyond the plate is Jose Alvarez. That pitcher-catcher battery is sponsored by the Answer Auto Repair East. Find your battery needs at the Answer Auto Repair East, located at 2319 North Green River Road, or call 812-475-9000. Mendham took the first pitch inside for a ball. That one does find the zone, evens the count back up at 1-1. Harris, so far during his Grizzlies career, doesn't strike out a ton of batters. Did strike out a career-high 8 against Lake Erie, however. Next pitch to Mendham. That one just catches the inside part of the plate. Now he's behind 1-2 and has to battle. But other than that, hadn't struck out more than 4 in an outing. Has dealt with some walk problems. He's walked at least 2 in each outing. And his last 4 outings has walked at least 3. So hopefully Evansville can use that to their advantage here as they got to fight back from behind 3 already. Next pitch high and away. Count evens up at 2-2. Harris enters averaging 7 runs of run support a game. 2-2 pitch. That one misses low. Count runs full. Mendham working his typical at-bat. Entering with a 442 OBP. Does well to always find a way to get on base. That pitch got him swinging. Hefty swing for him. Came up empty. And now there is quickly one away for Evansville already.
Number 24, Graham Brown.
Next up is Graham Brown. A hit and a couple of walks in the game last night against Washington. Looks to try to get Evansville's offense going after the Mendham strikeout. First pitch to him. Taken inside for a ball. No, that's called a strike. He's ahead 0-1. Next pitch pulled the string out in front. Now he's behind 0-2. Brown with hits in 4 of his last 5 games. He's walked 3 times in his last 3 games. Trying to turn the corner here in this season. 0-2 pitch to the Otters' second baseman. Another off-speed pitch. He checked his swing and didn't go. Count moves to 1-2. Harris does play to a lot of fly balls, has a 42.5% fly out rate. Another off-speed pitch got him swinging. And back-to-back strikeouts to start the game for Ben Harris. 2 away, brings up JT Benson.
The right fielder, number 9, JT Benson.
Used the curveball, and a lot of downward movement on that curveball. JT Benson, the last hope for the Otters here in the first inning. Harris works quickly. That one misses outside for a ball, and he starts ahead 1-0 to Benson. Obviously, a lot has been said about Keenan Taylor, but JT Benson's been just as good this year. 1-0 pitch. That one is called a strike. Counts at 1-1. Entering with a 420 OBP. He's tied with Pavin Parks and Keenan Taylor with 8 home runs. Off-speed pitch, that one in the dirt. Benson had 2-1 now. Harris loves to work quickly. Already the 2-1 pitch, chopper towards short. Brought in by Diaz. Long throw to first is in time. The Otters go down 1-2-3 in the first inning. And Gateway comes back to bat, already up 3 as we head to the second. Here on the Otters Digital Network, in 96.9 WYIR.
Ballet Indiana is made up of local ballet professionals, dedicated parents, and community members in order to provide unique and life-enriching experiences for hundreds of young dancers, while carrying out their mission to inspire a lifelong appreciation for dance for both our dancers and the Evansville community. More information on Ballet Indiana and information about their upcoming performances is available at balletindiana.org. Maintaining our independence becomes more and more vital as we age. Swerka and More can help you navigate this important journey by answering your questions and connecting you to free and unbiased community resources and support services. If you are seeking advice for yourself or a loved one, let Swerka be your first call. More information available at swerka.org or by calling 812-464-7800.
Browns will head out there for a second inning of work. Did allow the first 6 batters to reach. The last one of them reached via the error, but did get the final 3 batters of the inning to a couple of them pop outs, one via the strikeout. So hopefully he can rebound here in the second inning. As Gateway batted around there in the first inning, so it'll be back to the top of the lineup and Jose Alvarez, who put a 2-2 single back up the middle to get the first inning started. But now Evansville, or Brahms rather, is trying to slow down this Gateway offense that has already put up 3 runs as they come to bat here in the second inning. Brahms pitched 30 pitches in that first inning. Trying to get back into this game. Alvarez comes to meet him here. Brahms comes set, delivers the first pitch. That one runs inside for a ball, and he starts behind 1-0. Alvarez, the catcher, batting a .327, one of the 3 All-Stars in the everyday lineup for Gateway. 1-0 pitch. That one is lasered in right center field over toward Schwartz, and Benson's going to drop in between them. And another leadoff single for Jose Alvarez, his second in as many innings.
Shortstop, 1, Abdiel Diaz.
So Gateway on another quick start in this inning. Abdiel Diaz is going to come to the plate. He singled back in the first inning. He would eventually come around to score on the on the Victor Castillo single. Brahms check over at first. Alvarez wasn't ready, but Alvarez was still in the bag whenever he threw it over. Alvarez then he took his foot off as it came over, but no tag was applied, so he was safe. First pitch to Diaz. Brahms holds, waits, now delivers. Chopper towards third. Parks will take it in, but that one's going to go foul. Count's just going to be an 0-1. Alvarez over at first base is 4 for 5 in stolen base attempts. The 25-year-old who spent 5 seasons in the Houston Astros organization before spending a season in the Cardinals organization back in 23. 0-1 pitch, another high chopper towards third. Parks will let it roll foul. Counts now at 0-2 after a couple of choppers rolled foul. That one was rolling fair, but this bossy field loves to push those slow rollers on each of the lines into foul territory, and Pavin, being an expert of this field, let it roll foul. Would have been a tough play at first, would have had no play at second, so double play is still in order. Castillo now, or Diaz now, I should say, taking his time getting back to the box. Diaz making his 21st appearance for Gateway this season. The Grizzlies veteran. His 5th season with Gateway during his career. Played 2 seasons of NAIA ball with the Tabor Blue Jays before joining Gateway back in 21. Another check over at first, nothing doing on Alvarez. It's 2 pickoff attempts. Counts 0-2 to the Grizzlies shortstop. Brahms set once again, trying to put away the shortstop. Pitch is high. Runner takes off. Third and a second is not going to be in time. Great jump from Alvarez, and he gets a stolen base. It was a really good throw from Justin Felix there. Put it right on the money, but again, with Diaz's speed, or I should say Alvarez's speed, and his jump really on that one is what got him. Counts at 1-2 now for Diaz. Brahms looks back, now delivers. Got him swinging, but he foul-tipped it off the glove of Felix, and we'll do it again. Diaz has been right around 270 batting average the last 3 seasons. 270 back in 23, a 272 last year, 275 so far this season. Brahms is set, delivers the 1-2 pitch. That one's up and away, count to 2-2. Good job from Felix to keep it in front of him. No one away here in the second inning. Otters trailing 3-0 already. Gateway led it off with a single from Alvarez in this inning. 2-2 pitch, hard hit into right field. Benson back to the track. He can only watch. That one is long gone. Put 2 more on the board for Gateway. They lead 5-0. Still no one away here in the second inning. Parker Brahms has struggled to find outs in these performances.
32, Mark Schellenberger.
And now the Otters bullpen's going to get up and warming, as it looks like it might be another short outing for Brahms here. He's got to face Schallenberger now, who drew a 4-pitch walk his first at-bat. Mentioned he's been one of the best hitters for this Gateway squad, if not the best. First pitch inside for a ball. He's ahead 1-0. They call him the ball magnet. I don't know if they call him that officially, but leads the Frontier League in hit by pitches. He's been hit by 22 this season. That was a quality of him back with UE. Next pitch, that one. This is inside, now it's a 2-0 count. Schallenberger, a guy who loves to crowd the plate. His stance kind of tends itself towards being hit by these pitches. 2-0 pitch from Brahms. That one misses low, and that's a 3-0 count. Schallenberger still hasn't seen a strike yet this game. The 5-year standout with UE, playing with his hometown Gateway Grizzlies. That pitch finds the zone for a strike. He's still ahead 3-1. He's hit to a 308 batting average, a 474 on-base percentage, well over 1,000 slugging. 3-1 pitch, hard hit into center field. Schwartz is going to go out, then come in on it. Looked like he misread it. It's going to drop in front of him. Bad luck single there for Brahms. It was initially misread off the bat by Ellis Schwartz. That one looked like it just got a little bit off the end of the bat for Schallenberger. Schwartz initially stepped out, then came in, but couldn't get under it. And it is the lefty Jackson Maloof warming up in the bullpen. Next is DJ Stewart. He singled in the first run of the game his last time up. Schallenberger over at first. First pitch, chopper towards third. That one's going to stay inside the third baseline. It's going to be fair. Schallenberger long strides around second. He's heading towards third. They're going to hold him at third base. DJ Stewart's going to get into second standing. And now a double puts runners at second and third, still no one away here in the second inning.
Right fielder, 6, Victor Castillo.
That one was about as close it could have been to going foul. But it has just been a rough start here for Parker Brahms. Now Max Peterson's going to go out and talk with this guy. We'll see if he's going to go to his bullpen. He will. He's going to go get Maloof, and we'll have more on him when we come back after this short break. Brahms only goes 1 inning plus, gave up 5 runs, and has 2 runners still on. Credited it to him. Take a short break here on the Honors Digital Network before we're back with more on the new pitcher.
Right now in Vanderburgh County, over 800 children are in the child welfare system waiting for someone to be their voice, and you could be that voice by becoming a court-appointed special advocate, a CASA volunteer. Donating just a few hours a month of your time can change a child's life forever. Vanderburgh County CASA invites you to join them. Stand up, speak out, be for the child, be a CASA. For more information, visit vandcasa.com. That's VAND-CASA.com. Ballet Indiana is made up of local ballet professionals, dedicated parents, and community members in order to provide unique and life-enriching experiences for hundreds of young dancers, while carrying out their mission to inspire a lifelong appreciation for dance for both our dancers and the Evansville community. More information on Ballet Indiana and information about their upcoming performances is available at balletindiana.org.
New pitcher on the mound is Jackson Maloof. Maloof on the mound. Behind the plate is Justin Felix. That pitcher-catcher battery is sponsored by the Answer Auto Repair East. Find your battery needs at the Answer Auto Repair East, located at 2319 North Green River Road, or call at 812-475-9000. Maloof making his first professional appearance. He played 3 collegiate seasons at the College of New Jersey, where he made 27 appearances, 26 of them being starts, had a 3.19 ERA and 160 2/3 innings pitched, at 62 strikeouts to 87 walks. His last season, he made 9 starts, pitched to a 3.25 ERA in 61 innings. Comes into the ballgame maybe a little bit earlier than he expected, but clearly this Gateway lineup, the third time they've seen Brahms this year, finally found a way to get to him. And now the lefty Maloof will face the lefty Victor Castillo, to start his professional career. Maloof looks into Felix. Now he comes set. Looks back, now delivers the first pitch. That off-speed pitch goes way outside, and he'll start behind him 1-0. That was an off-speed pitch down at 73 miles per hour. See where he goes with here. Castillo, 1 for 1 on the day, singled in a couple of runs back in the first inning. Next pitch, that one is a high fly ball up and out of play. An overhead foul ball brought to you by Heads Construction. Choose the best, never regret it. So Maloof found the zone there. A 1-1 count to the Grizzlies' right fielder. Next pitch, off speed, just missed outside. Great take from Victor Castillo there. It's a 2-1 count now. Castillo entering with a .317 batting average, 9 home runs, 43 ribbies. The reason why he is an all-star. Next pitch, up and in. Now it's a 3-1 count now. Runners at second and third, 2 in, no one out here. Maloof in a tough spot to make his first appearance. 3-1 pitch, that one is fouled up and overhead, and that count's going to run full.
That overhead foul ball brought to you by Heads Construction. Choose the best, never regret it.
So Maloof's battled back, trying to limit this damage. The Otters already down 5-0, only the top of the second inning. Payoff pitch, another foul ball. We'll do it again. Castillo, another one of these guys that does not go down easily. Has more walks than strikeouts this year. A staple with some of these guys in this lineup. Another payoff pitch, another off speed. He fouls that one up towards the left side of the infield. Parks will try to camp under it. He will reach up, but he can't bring it in, and we'll do the payoff pitch again. Tough read as he was trying to react to the fence and the ball. That one just stayed in play, but he just couldn't bring it in. Pretty full crowd here at Bosse Field for this Friday night baseball. But the Otters have some work to do to try to get back in this one. Maloof set and delivers. That one is lasered in right center field. It's going to get down for a base hit. It's going to score at least one. They're going to send Stewart as well. And it is going to score him with no throw. They'll throw it into second base to keep Castillo at first. And 2 more RBIs for Castillo. It's now 4 in this ballgame already.
Second baseman, 15, Dale Thomas.
Still no one away here in the second inning. Leads to Dale Thomas. Just tried to find a way to get him out, but couldn't do it. First 5 in this lineup have reached both times, and they'll pick him off, but the throw is high, and he gets away from Logan Brown all the way into the Otters bullpen. DJ Stewart was into second base Castillo was into second base sliding, but he's going to get to third easily as Maloof overthrew Logan Brown at first. They had him picked off, but it's not going to matter. Already the 3rd error for Evansville. Nothing going right for the Otters in this one. Still an 0-0 count to Dale Thomas. Off-speed pitch, back doors in there for striking. It's ahead 0-1. Thomas also reached in the first inning, but he reached via the error. The 0-1 pitch from Maloof, another off-speed. That one just stays high. Count evens up at 1-1. Next pitch. That one misses. Just a bit outside. Now it's a 2-1 count. Maloof still only 21 years of age. He'll turn 22 on July 17th. Next pitch. That one is popped up and overhead for a foul ball. Count's going to even up at 2-2. Got called in a difficult spot. Still trying to find his first out. The 2-2 pitch, swing and a miss for strike 3. His first professional strikeout, a German-American bank strikeout. Gets the first out of the inning. And it'll bring up Edwin Mateo, who will bat from the right side this time. So the first 5 batters have yet to be retired. First pitch to Mateo, just misses outside, and he's behind 1-0. But 6, 7, 8, and 9, they are 0 for 5 right now. 1-0 pitch to Mateo. Chopper towards third. Parks will take it in on a hop. He bobbles it, and he's not going to have a play again. So another defensive mistake.
20, Paxton Wallace.
It'll allow another run to score. Believe that one. First pitch now to Paxton Wallace is taken in there for a strike. He starts behind 0-1. They do rule that a single. It was a tough play for Paven, no doubt, but it is ruled a single. Run does score. Otters now behind 8-0. Pick up over at first. Not able to get him. So 3 runs in the first inning, 5 here in the second. Next pitch to Wallace. That one just misses outside. Count evens up in 1-1. Eight runs on 10 hits for Gateway. Only an out away here in the second inning. 1-1 pitch, backdoor breaker, finds the zone. Now he's got a batter here at 1-2. Mateo over at first base. See if they want to test him here. 1-2 pitch. That one checked his swing. Ball gets away from Felix. Runner will advance to second base. Pitch is a ball. That one was just got away from Maloof there. Counts now 2-2 to Paxton Wallace. Maloof sets and delivers. Off-speed chopped foul will do it again. It's been about as rough of a start for Evansville as you can imagine. They've only had 3 batters come to the plate, while Gateway is about to bat through for their second time in as many innings. That pitch is fouled off, and we'll do 2-2 again. Assuming Gateway doesn't get into a double play here, they will have batted through the lineup both innings. The next 2-2 from Maloof. He sets and delivers. That one's chopped foul and will do it again. Gateway has just not gone down easily. They've fought in a lot of these at-bats, found open holes, definitely taken advantage of some defensive mistakes as well. Maloof looks into Felix. Now he's set once again. He look back at second, now delivers. 2-2 pitch. That one runs high and away. Count runs full. Cole Brannon awaiting on deck. He popped out his last time up. Wallace sets in the right-handed batter's box. Maloof looks in. Now he comes set. Payoff pitch to Wallace. Hard hit towards third. Parks can't bring it in. That one's going to go all the way to Taylor. They're going to send the runners. Taylor can't handle it out and left. Cruz is going to take it in. He's going to throw it to second base, and another run's going to come in to score.
Center fielder, 5, Cole Brandon.
So a single and an error on Keenan Taylor. And another run comes in to score. 9-0 here in the top of the second inning. First pitch off speed. That one finds a zone for a strike. He's ahead of Brandon 0-1. Just haven't been able to find outs consistently. Already 4 errors in this game. 0-1 pitch, chopped towards first. Brown will take it in. He'll toss it to second for 1. Throw to first, there's not going to be a throw. They'll get the lead runner. And with 2 away, back to the top of the lineup, and Jose Alvarez.
Batter of the game, catcher 9, Jose Alvarez.
Alvarez steps in 2 for 2. He's led off both innings with a single, and he scored in both innings. A check over at first, just didn't get him. It's not a bad move from Maloof over there at first. He's fooled 1 runner. Unfortunately, that throw over to first was wild. The first pitch to Alvarez runs low, and he's behind him 1-0. It's the 3rd time Alvarez has come to the plate. We're only in the top of the second inning. Maloof, the 1-0 pitch. That one's fouled back. Count moves to 1-1. The Otters sent out Brahms to start, give it 5 runs and an inning plus of work. That one is looped into right field. It's going to get down just foul. Count moves to 1-2. Maloof came in to make his first professional appearance. Say Brahms actually allowed 7 runs to score. Maloof has been credited with 2. 1-2 pitch. That one's laced in right field. Benson on his way in. He's going to dive for it, and it is going to be caught for out number 3. So a fantastic diving play for JT Benson ends the inning. Not before Gateway puts up 6 more runs. They lead 9-0 here in the top of the second inning. Otters come to bat for the 2nd time with a lot of work to do to see if they can get some of that back here in the bottom of the second inning here on the Otters Digital Network and 96.9 WYIR.
Maintaining our independence becomes more and more vital as we age. Swerka and more can help you navigate this important journey by answering your questions and connecting you to free and unbiased community resources and support services. If you are seeking advice for yourself or a loved one, let Swerka be your first call. More information available at swerka.org or by calling 812-464-7800. Right now in Vanderburgh County, over 800 children are in the child welfare system waiting for someone to be their voice, and you could be that voice by becoming a court-appointed special advocate, a CASA volunteer. Donating just a few hours a month of your time can change a child's life forever. Vanderburgh County CASA invites you to join them. Stand up, speak out, be for the child, be a CASA. For more information, visit vandcasa.com. That's VAND-CASA.com.
We head to the bottom of the second inning. Otters trailing 9-0. Hopefully Evansville can do better than what they did in the first inning, as they went down 1-2-3 with a couple of strikeouts and a ground out. They'll have Paven Parks, Keenan Taylor, and Logan Brown in this inning. At this point, it's about just trying to chip back Not going to be able to get all these runs back with one swing of the bat. But the way we've seen this offense play in the past, no reason to think you can't try to fight back at least a little bit. It'll be Paven Parks to lead it off in this inning. He has been a fantastic hitter, more akin to what we saw last year, especially as of late, as he enters with a .379 on-base percentage, a .461 slugging. Has shot back up with 8 home runs this season, tied with JT Benson and Keenan Taylor. Batting in the 4-hole in tonight's ball game, playing third base. We'll say with those 4 errors, all 7 runs to Brahms were earned. First pitch in there for a strike. He'll start behind 0-1. While the 2 runs credited to Maloof, neither of them are earned. The 0-1 pitch to Paven. That one misses high. Count evens up at 1-1. The 1-1 pitch off speed. That one breaks in there. Now he's ahead of Paven Parks 1-2. There's that 1-2 pitch. Hard hit towards first base. It's going to get through for a base hit. And a leadoff single for Paven Parks. Hopefully the Otters can build on that, as next up is Keenan Taylor. Taylor now batting with a runner on in the 5-hole today.
Batting fifth, the left fielder, number 12, Keenan Taylor.
Taylor, one of the 2 offensive all-stars. He'll be a starter, or at least he's listed as a starter. First pitch from Harris. That one way outside for a ball. He starts ahead 1-0. The first time Harris is going to pitch from the stretch today. Hopefully Evansville can force him to have a different look here. That pitch runs inside, count moves to 2-0. Pitch, but first a check over at Paven Parks, nothing doing. The Otters started off screaming on the base paths. They stole all the time, but they've slowed down as of late. They've become less of a stolen base team and more of a slugging team. Next pitch does find the zone. Count moves to 2-1. Keenan with 4 straight games with a hit. Hits in 5 of his last 6 games. Off-speed pitch, he chops foul. Count evens up at 2-2. He's had an OBP above 400 for most of the season, a batting average above 300 for practically the entire season. Now awaits the 2-2 pitch. Fastball just misses outside. We'll have a payoff pitch. His OPS for most of June was above 1,000 as well. Now he awaits the payoff pitch. Parks will take off. Pitch is outside, ball 4. Back-to-back base runners have reached. The Otters now threatening here in the 2nd inning with that Deerhead Sidewalk Cafe and Bar. 2 runners on, no one away for Logan Brown, playing first base today. Brown has 19 starts at catcher. This is his 10th start at first base. He also has a start at DH. First pitch. Taken for a strike. He starts behind 0-1. Both RBIs for Evansville in last night's game. Now in an RBI spot here. The 0-1 pitch to the Otters' first baseman. That's an off-speed pitch way up and away. Count evens up at 1-1. Hitting a walk to start this inning for Evansville. Runners at first and second. They do trail 9-0. But we've seen this offense explode for double-digit runs before. 1-1 pitch from Harris. Chopper up the middle. Brought in by Diaz. He'll take to second for himself for 1. Throw to first in time for a double play. And that is exactly what you didn't want, a 6-3 double play. Now quickly there's 2 away in this inning, and it'll be up to J.J. Cruz to try to get any run in. Runner at third is Paven Parks. First pitch to the Otters shortstop today. Off-speed pitch just finds a zone. He starts behind 0-1. Cruz with 3 home runs on the July 4th game in Schaumburg. Played July 5th, hasn't played since then. He's found a power stroke with 7 home runs. That off-speed pitch drops in there for a strike as well. Now it's an 0-2 count. Cruz has to fight from behind. A couple of off-speed pitches to him. We'll see if he wants to go fastball here or drop in another off-speed pitch. Harris from the stretch, the 0-2 pitch. Another curveball, checked his swing. He did go, says the third base umpire. That being Chris Fackler, and the Otters, after getting their first 2 runners on, can't do anything with it. They threaten but don't score. They strand a runner at third, and they go down scoreless for another inning. So we head to the top of the third inning. Otters trailing by 9 here on the Otters Digital Network and 96.9 WYIR.
Ballet Indiana is made up of local ballet professionals, dedicated parents, and community members in order to provide unique and life-enriching experiences for hundreds of young dancers, while carrying out their mission to inspire a lifelong appreciation for dance for both our dancers and the Evansville community. More information on Ballet Indiana and information about their upcoming performances is available at balletindiana.org. Maintaining our independence becomes more and more vital as we age. Swerka and More can help you navigate this important journey by answering your questions and connecting you to free and unbiased community resources and support services. If you are seeking advice for yourself or a loved one, let Swerka be your first call. More information available at swerka.org or by calling 812-464-7800.
Through 2 here at Bossy Field, Evansville trailing 9-0. Jackson Malouf going to go out there for his second inning of work. He entered with runners at second and third, allowed both of them to score. Allowed 2 more runs to score as well that were credited to him. Neither of those came in as earned runs. But he will try to reset this game and hopefully slow down this Gateway offense that has put up 9 runs and 11 hits in the first 2 innings. The Otters defense has not helped themselves. They have 4 errors in this game. First pitch, backdoor breaker finds the zone for a strike. Jumps ahead of Diaz 0-1. The 4 errors already ties a season high for Evansville. 0-1 pitch, another backdoor breaker, and he fouled that one off to Diaz. Counts at 0-2. Abdiel Diaz gets turned around and hits from the right side this time. First time we'll see him do that. Hit a home run in his last at-bat. He's 2 for 2 with a single and that 2-run home run. 0-2 pitch, runs high and away. Count moves to 1-2. Malouf looks in and delivers. Chopper up the middle. Brown will take it in on a hop, throw to first, in time for out number 1. For the first time tonight, Evansville gets the leadoff batter out. Also for the first time tonight, it's not Jose Alvarez. Now with 1 away, brings up Mark Schallenberger. Mentioned that he seems like he's a ball magnet. 22 hit by pitches so far this year. Something that did a lot at UE as well, was hit 28 times in the 2024 season. First pitch to him. Breaker finds his own. He's ahead 0-1. Throwing a lot of off-speed pitches is Maloof. Oh, 1 pitch. Hefty swing from Schallenberger comes up empty. He's behind 0-2. Feels like he has a lot better of a feel on that off-speed stuff so far. When he's gone to the fastball, that's when he's gotten wild. Schallenberger calls time and tries to reset himself, and now steps back into the left-handed batter's box. 6'2", 25-year-old awaits the next pitch. That off-speed pitch runs too far outside. Counts at 1-2 now. Just turned 25 on July 8th. Did Schallenberger. Next 1-2 pitch. That one's chopped foul, and we'll do it again. Spent 5 seasons here in Evansville. Was a star. And now has become a star in the Frontier League. 1-2 pitch to Schallenberger. Off-speed pitch. That one stays high. Count moves to 2-2. If you include his hit by pitches, 48 free passes. That one is popped up and out of play. An overhead foul ball brought to you by Heads Construction. Choose the best, never regret it.
Choose the best, never regret it.
It'll be 48 free passes to only 42 strikeouts. It's not a small number by any means, but that's swung on a miss for strike 3. Just as I was talking about it, goes down swinging for a German-American bank strikeout. And now Maloof here in this clean inning has gotten the first 2 out, and now he'll face DJ Stewart. Stewart making his 51st appearance this season. First pitch, off-speed pitch, just runs inside. And Maloof is behind 1-0. Stewart checked his swing, almost went around, almost hit his bat, honestly. But counts 1-0. Another backdoor breaker up the middle. Split the legs of Maloof, gets through for a 2-out base knock to keep this inning alive.
Right fielder, 6, Victor Castillo.
Again, it just feels like he's locked in on the off-speed stuff. He's done well so far this inning, but eventually these guys are going to figure it out. Next is Victor Castillo. First pitch, another off-speed pitch. He pops that one up. Parks will call it and camp under and bring it in for out number 3. So Evansville finally gets a scoreless frame for Gateway. They'll head to the bottom of the third, still trailing by 9 here on the Honors Digital Network in 96.9 WYIR.
Right now in Vanderburgh County, over 800 children are in the child welfare system waiting for someone to be their voice, and you could be that voice by becoming a court-appointed special advocate, a CASA volunteer. Donating just a few hours a month of your time can change a child's life forever. Vanderburgh County CASA invites you to join them. Stand up, speak out, be for the child, be a CASA. For more information, visit vandcasa.com. That's VAND-CASA.com. Ballet Indiana is made up of local ballet professionals, dedicated parents, and community members in order to provide unique and life-enriching experiences for hundreds of young dancers, while carrying out their mission to inspire a lifelong appreciation for dance for both our dancers and the Evansville community. More information on Ballet Indiana and information about their upcoming performances is available at balletindiana.org.
Ben Harris enters his 3rd inning of work. He will face Justin Felix, Ellis Schwartz, and then back to the top of the lineup and David Mendham. Evansville has struggled for the most part, really on both sides of the ball, but offensively they've been held to 1 hit. They did get a walk, but a double play pretty much eliminated any type of run they wanted to put together there in the bottom of the 2nd inning. Now here in the bottom of the 3rd, they will try to find a way into the Gateway starter. Again, this is his 6th professional start. He is 4-0. He's looking for his 5th win, and the way this game is going, why not? He will face Justin Felix to start off this inning. Harris looks into his catcher, Alvarez. Winds and delivers. First pitch taken for a strike. Felix starts behind 0-1. Felix enters with a .309 on base percentage. 0-1 pitch. That one just misses high. Count evens up at 1-1. Hit his 2nd home run over this road trip where he went back-to-back with David Mendham. 1-1 pitch off speed. Didn't bend enough. Counts at 2-1. That one almost ran in and hit him. Here comes a 2-1 pitch. Swung through that one on the off speed. Count evens up at 2-2. Felix making his 29th appearance of the season. Steps out of the batter's box, now steps back in. The 2-2 pitch, swung through that one. That's another strikeout. His 4th strikeout of the game. And with one away, we're to the 9-hole hitter, Ellis Schwartz.
99, center fielder number 3, Ellis Schwartz.
Schwartz, a guy who doesn't get a ton of starts, but in 14 appearances this year, .333 on base percentage, a .447 slugging, has 9 hits, 3 of them are doubles, 1 of them's a triple, 1 of them's a home run. And now awaits the first pitch from Harris. That one runs outside for a ball. He starts ahead 1-0. Defense for Schwartz is playing him to pull. First baseman Paxton Wallace is playing basically on the line. The third baseman Stewart playing way off the third baseline. That pitch is called a strike. Count evens up at 1-1. Schwartz, if he wants to drop down a bunt, could. That off-speed pitch runs low. Count moves to 2-1. With how much space they're giving him on the left side of the infield. Against Schwartz, a guy who definitely pulls more than he hits to the opposite field. The 2-1 pitch. That one is lifted into the opposite field. In is Mateo, but can't get under it for out number 2. Hit well, but not well enough. And with 2 away, we're back to the top of the lineup in David Mendham.
The Edward Jones leadoff batter. Designated hitter number 34.
The Edward Jones leadoff batter, David Mendham, back to the plate in his first time up. Worked it to a full count, but ended up striking out on the payoff pitch. First pitch to Mendham. He fouls that one back, and he's behind 0-1. The infield also playing him to pull pretty heavily. Same orientation they were set up for Schwartz. With DJ Stewart essentially playing a few steps left of where the shortstop would normally play. That pitch is fouled off for Mendham. Now he's behind 0-2. Mendham also hit his 2nd home run on the road. As I mentioned, him and Felix went back-to-back.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention please. Stand by for a vehicle that needs to be moved, otherwise it will be towed.
Mendham steps out for a second. Now he's back in. Harris works quickly. The 0-2 pitch off speed. That one runs too low. Count moves to 1-2.
At the Crawford Door Building with Illinois plates 258, 238.
Full slate of Frontier League games tonight. The Otters not being blown out the worst. That pitch runs outside. Count moves to 2-2. Sussex County over New Jersey, 14-1. Sussex County had lost 7 games before getting back in the win column last night, and they are looking to win their 2nd game in as many days. The 2-2 pitch to Mendham. Fastball runs inside, count runs full. So Mendham works another full count, see if he can get a better outcome.
2-3-8.
Lake Erie and Washington playing against each other. Lake Erie currently up 2-0 over Washington. That pitch inside, ball 4. Deerhead Sidewalk Cafe and Bar. That will extend this third inning to the second baseman, Graham Brown.
Second baseman, number 24, Graham Brown.
Brown did strike out his last time up. Looks to try to keep this inning alive. Evansville still being shut out. First pitch to Brown, fastball, misses. No, called a strike. My mistake. He's behind 0-1. Again, it's a slow strike call for the home plate umpire, Alex Laurie. 0-1 pitch, off speed, chopped foul. Counts at 0-2. Brown started off red hot this season. Definitely struggled a little bit as of late. Still leads the team in doubles. 0-2 pitch, another off speed. He chops that towards second base. It'll be brought in by Thomas. He will take it in, throw it to first in time for out number 3. So the Otters get a 2-out walk, but do nothing with it. We head to the fourth inning. Otters trailing by 9 here on the Otters Digital Network, Inter 96.9 WYIR.
Maintaining our independence becomes more and more vital as we age. Swerka and more can help you navigate this important journey by answering your questions and connecting you to free and unbiased community resources and support services. If you are seeking advice for yourself or a loved one, let Swerka be your first call. More information available at swerka.org or by calling 812-464-7800. Right now in Vanderburgh County, over 800 children are in the child welfare system waiting for someone to be their voice, and you could be that voice by becoming a court-appointed special advocate, a CASA volunteer. Donating just a few hours a month of your time can change a child's life forever. Vanderburgh County CASA invites you to join them. Stand up, speak out, be for the child, be a CASA. For more information, visit vandcasa.com. That's VAND-CASA.com. Ballet Indiana is made up of local ballet professionals, dedicated parents, and community members in order to provide unique and life-enriching experiences for hundreds of young dancers, while carrying out their mission to inspire a lifelong appreciation for dance for both our dancers and the Evansville community. More information on Ballet Indiana and information about their upcoming performances is available at balletindiana.org.
Jackson Maloof out there for his third inning of work. Looked a bit shaky there in the first inning. He did come in on a non-clean inning, but last inning looked a lot better. Only needed 14 pitches to work a 1-2-3-4 to give up a 2-out base hit. But other than that, he looked really good in that second inning, so hopefully he can bounce back or keep it going here in his third inning of work as we enter the fourth inning. The Otters still trailing 9-0. Gateway scored 3 runs in the first, 6 runs in the second, and their starter Ben Harris has shut out Evansville through 3. Maloof will face Dale Thomas to start this inning, who is 0 for 2. He reached via the error and also has struck out swinging, batting for his third time in 4 innings. Maloof looks into Felix, now comes set, delivers the first pitch. Backdoor breaker, swung through that one, did Thomas. He's behind 0-1. So back to the off-speed stuff for Maloof. Set once again, works quickly. The 0-1 pitch. That one, breaker, but bends too far inside. Count evens up at 1-1. Dale Thomas playing second base tonight. Making his 50th appearance of the season. That pitch runs outside. Count moves 2-1. The southpaw Maloof, when he goes to that fastball, seems to miss more arm side. The 2-1 pitch. That one a breaker. He missed outside and away. Now counts at 3-1. So struggling to find the zone here in this inning so far. Obviously still early in this inning. The 3-1 pitch popped up. Cruz will try to find his way under it. He will call it off and bring it in for out number 1. Worked a little bit to find the zone there, but did get the first out in the inning. And now with one away, it's Edwin Mateo. Mateo steps into the right-handed batter's box. Second time he'll bat right-handed tonight. First pitch, called a strike. He's ahead of Mateo 0-1. Popped out his first time up, then singled. Advances second on a wild pitch. Eventually came in to score. The 0-1 pitch finds the zone. Counts at 0-2 now. Use the backdoor breaker and then the fastball there to get ahead 0-2. We'll see which direction he goes here. The 0-2 pitch. Fastball just stays high. Count moves to 1-2. Maloof looks into Felix. Agrees and sets. The 1-2 pitch. Backdoor breaker, but left it a little bit too far up. It's going to get down in front of Benson for a base hit. So a one-out base knock for Edwin Mateo. Allows a runner to be on for the first baseman, Paxton Wallace. Paxton Wallace is 1 for 2. He singled in the second inning and also struck out swinging his first time up. Maloof is set. He'll pick off a temp over at first. Nothing doing. Windy City beating Mississippi 5-1. Schaumburg's beating Brockton 4-3 in the top of the 4th inning. That Lake Erie Washington game already in the top of the 6th. That pitch to Wallace finds the zone. He's ahead of him 0-1. Florence ahead of Joliet 5-0. Talk about a team that's also struggling in Joliet. 0-1 pitch from Wallace, or to Wallace, is fouled up and overhead. An overhead foul ball brought to you by Heads Construction. Choose the best. Never regret it. Counts 0-2 now to Wallace. Mentioned he struck out his first time up. It was a payoff pitch that he singled his last time up. 0-2 pitch, swung through that one, just tipped it to stay alive. The battle of the tough Canadian teams, Quebec and Ottawa. Ottawa had 2-1 in that one in the bottom of the 6th. The 0-2 pitch to Wallace. Pulled the string on him just out in front and just fouled it off. Maloof looks in. He sets. 0-2 pitch to Wallace. That fastball stays just a bit low. Count moves to 1-2. Steps back on to the rubber. Looks in. Now he's set. 1-2 pitch. Fastball just inside 2-2. That one pushed Wallace back a little bit, but it wasn't that far off the plate. Counts now 2-2. Here comes that pitch. Backdoor breaker. Called ball 3.
This is the final call for the GMC Terrain.
Justin Felix wanted that call. Sure, Maloof wanted that call, but it was called a ball. Counts now full. We'll see if they want to try to send Mateo now with a full count. Payoff pitch, runner doesn't go. That one's chopped foul. We'll do it again. Another payoff pitch. That one's chopped through the infield for a base hit on the right side. Mateo will just advance to second base. Wallace's second single of the game. Now there are runners at first and second, still only one away. Wallace went up to get that fastball.
Cole Brandon.
Just found a hole. Still one away for Cole Brandon. He's 0 for 2 with a pop out and a fielder's choice. Runners at first and second. First pitch. Slider just goes too far outside, and he's behind 1-0. Around the majors, the Yankees beating the Cubs 6-0 in the middle of the 7th inning. Top of the 7th, Orioles beating the Marlins 4-0. Off-speed pitch, just catches the corner. Count evens up at 1-1. Rockies beating the Reds 2-1 in the bottom of the 7th inning. Q's Mariners beating the Tigers 4-1 in the bottom of the 6th. They're playing on Apple TV tonight. The 1-1 pitch. That breaker runs too far outside. Count moves to 2-1. Another batter with their playing to pull, not too heavily on the left side, but Logan Brown playing at the as close to the first baseline as you can get. 2-1 pitch. Foul tipped back. Count evens up at 2-2. The outfield is playing a slight pull. Schwartz playing just to the right of the flagpole. Two-two pitch, off speed, just misses outside. We have another full count. Back-to-back full counts here from Maloof as he's worked through a little bit of more inaccuracies so far in this inning. The payoff pitch to the Grizzlies center fielder. Swung through that one. German American Bank strikeout for Jackson Maloof, his third of the game. And with 2 away, runners still at first and second. We'll head back to the top of the lineup in Jose Alvarez.
Catcher 9, Jose Alvarez.
Alvarez is 2 for 3, but his 1 out was a fantastic diving play from JT Benson to end that 2nd inning. First pitch to Alvarez, swung through that one. Behind on the fastball, he's ahead. Maloof's ahead 0-1. Maloof has used the fastball more effectively in this inning, mixed it in a lot more. The 0-1 pitch to Alvarez. That fastball runs up and in. Count evens up at 1-1. Riley's Guardians playing the White Sox twice today. They won the first game 4-2 to the Guardians. Second game, still in the bottom of the 2nd. They're behind 1-0 of the White Sox. 1-1 pitch. Didn't mean to, but he swung through that one. And he's behind 1-2. Really fooled him on that off-speed pitch. Strike away from getting out of the inning unharmed. Their runners reached first and second with only 1 away. Maloof is set, delivers the 1-2 pitch. Breaker got him swinging through that one. Another German American Bank strikeout. His 4th in 3 innings. And the Otters sit down Gateway with another scoreless inning. We'll head to the back half of the 4th. Otters still trail by 9. They try to get some of those run backs here in the Otters Digital Network and 96.9 WYIR.
Maintaining our independence becomes more and more vital as we age. Swerka and more can help you navigate this important journey by answering your questions and connecting you to free and unbiased community resources and support services. If you are seeking advice for yourself or a loved one, let Swerka be your first call. More information available at swerka.org or by calling 812-464-7800. Right now in Vanderburgh County, over 800 children are in the child welfare system waiting for someone to be their voice, and you could be that voice by becoming a court-appointed special advocate, a CASA volunteer. Donating just a few hours a month of your time can change a child's life forever. Vanderburgh County CASA invites you to join them. Stand up, speak out, be for the child, be a CASA. For more information, visit vandcasa.com. That's VAND casa.com.
The Otters go back out there for their fourth time. They try to find a way to get to this pitcher, Ben Harris, who has really shut them down. Again, he's given up at least 2 runs. He's given up at least 2 runs in each of his 4 outings outside of 1 outing where he gave up no runs against Joliet. But other than that, he has been human. The Otters have not been able to find a way to get to him. It'll be led off by JT Benson, Pavin Parks, and Keenan Taylor in this 4th inning. Benson grounded out his first time up. He's been so good for the Otters outfield, just like Keenan Taylor. First pitch outside for a ball, and he starts ahead of him 1-0. Swings on that one, pops it up. Alvarez is going to try to camp under it, and he can't squeeze it, and Benson gets another life. Had camped under it, had plenty of time, but just couldn't bring it in. Counts 1-1 for JT Benson. As I mentioned, gets a second life. Seen a couple of times Otters take advantage of those second lives. We'll see if he can do it here. The 1-1 pitch to the Otters right fielder. That fastball finds the zone. Now he's behind 1-2. Benson with a fantastic grab to end the second inning. Harris works quickly. That off-speed pitch didn't break. Counts 2-2. Only 1 hit for Evansville in this game. That pitch, high pop up into right field. Looking over it is Castillo, but he will watch it get out of play. We'll do 2-2 again. Maloof has 72 pitches, or has thrown 72 pitches as they start to get someone warmed up in the Otters bullpen. Now the next 2-2 delivery. That one is looped into right field. In on it is Castillo, but it's going to hang up just enough time for Benson to be the first out of the inning. And with 1 away, it's up to Pavin Parks, who has the only hit for Evansville in this game so far. Shot a 1-2 pitch, a laser past the right side of the infield. Another guy that this Gateway infield plays to pull very hard. Pavin wasn't ready in the box. Harris wanted to work quickly, but had to wait on him. First pitch taken for a strike at the bottom corner. Harris ahead 0-1. You can tell when Harris is in the zone, he really wants to work quick. Doesn't want to wait. Next pitch misses low. Count evens up at 1-1. Takes a little bit more time. Now delivers the 1-1 pitch. Breaker. Just fouled off by Parks. Now he's behind 1-2 again. Windy City now 8-1 on Mississippi. They extend their lead. Lake Erie still beating Washington 2-0. Florence still beating Joliet 5-0. Parks awaits the 1-2 pitch. Off-speed breaker. He hits that one off the back. It's called foul. And it looks like Pavin's going to agree that that one was on the foul side of the first base bag. Although I'm not sure that's how the bag works. Either way, count's still 1-2. It did hit off the first base bag. Next 1-2 delivery, fastball. He fouls that one off. We'll do it again. Count still 1-2 as Pavin keeps fighting. 1-2 pitch, checked his swing. I think think he might have fouled that one off on accident. Count's still 1-2. That one fouled off the catcher Alvarez. Now he walking around and recovering. Ooh, update. Rockies Reds tied at 2. They're in the top of the 8th inning. The Braves and the Cardinals playing. They're through 2 innings. Braves winning 4-2 early. Home plate umpire Alex Laurie is giving a little bit of extra time there for the catcher Alvarez. And now Parks will step back into the left-handed batter's box. Count still 1-2. Delivers fastball outside, ball 2. So great battle here from Pavin Parks. There's one away here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Evansville trailing 9-0. They're 1 hit still from this guy at the plate. 2-2 pitch, high pop up towards the left side of the outfield. Mateo will camp under it, barely had to move, and he'll bring it in for out number 2. So a couple of flyouts for Evansville in this inning, and it's up to Keenan Taylor to try to extend this one.
Number 12, Keenan Taylor.
Really was just a disastrous couple of first innings for Evansville. Gave up 9 runs in the first 2 frames. They've quieted Gateway's offense since, but doesn't give your offense much of a chance to come back. That pitch just catches the bottom of the zone. Taylor will fight from behind 0-1. Working quickly, the 0-1 pitch finds the zone. It's an 0-2 count now. Back-to-back fastballs. We've seen his hefty breaker. Will he go with it? No, another fastball blew it by him, got him swinging. So another 1-2-3 inning for Evansville. We're through 4. Otters trail 9-0 here on the Otters Digital Network in 96.9 WYIR.
Ballet Indiana is made up of local ballet professionals, dedicated parents, and community members in order to provide unique and life-enriching experiences for hundreds of young dancers, while carrying out their mission to inspire a lifelong appreciation for dance for both our dancers and the Evansville community. More information on Ballet Indiana and information about their upcoming performances is available at balletindiana.org. Maintaining our independence becomes more and more vital as we age. Swerka and More can help you navigate this important journey by answering your questions and connecting you to free and unbiased community resources and support services. If you are seeking advice for yourself or a loved one, let Swerka be your first call. More information available at swerka.org or by calling 812-464-7800.
New pitcher on the mound for the Otters in this inning is Colin Murphy. Murphy on the mound, Felix behind the plate. That pitcher-catcher battery is sponsored by the Answer Auto Repair East. Find your battery needs at the Answer Auto Repair East, located at 2319 North Green River Road, or call at 812-475-9000. Also, it's the Buffalo Wild Wings 5th inning. It's time. Bottomless apps are now here, dine-in only. Visit either Evansville locations at 5405 Pearl Drive and 715 North Green River Road for details. So Colin Murphy enters for his 2nd or 3rd appearance of the season. And we'll see if he can give a little bit of length here.
Shout out to JJ Cruz from Auntie DB and Mark. They are in the house. A couple more shout-outs coming up here in a matter of moments.
Murphy has pitched 3 innings in his 2 appearances as a 3 ERA. Last outing went 2 innings, struck out 1, didn't walk anybody, did give up 3 hits in that 1 earned run, his 1 earned run he's given up this year. Faces Abdiel Diaz, first pitch in there for a strike, and he jumps ahead of him 0-1. Murphy trying to help stabilize this Otters bullpen. 0-1 pitch outside and away, count evens up at 1-1. That really, since Griff Hughes and Nate Wogelmuth both got signed, has been kind of just been inconsistent for the most part. 1-1 pitch, off speed, laced into left center field. Schwartz on his way back to the track, to the wall, and he's going to get under it for out number 1. A great running catch from Ellis Schwartz. And a big out number 1. A loud out number 1, but out number 1 either way.
They love you and say go Otters. Joshua Towns. Hello to you.
And with 1 away,
Designated hitter 32, Mark
leads
Schallenberger.
to Mark Schallenberger. Murphy, who played 4 years for the Lincoln Memorial Rail Splitters, pitched to a 3.63 ERA during his 4 years and pitched 178 innings during his collegiate career. First pitch to Schallenberger outside for a ball. Starts behind 1-0.
On its way for the GMC Terrain, Illinois plate 258-238. Please move your car or the tow truck will do it for you.
Time is called and we'll reset.
Have fun.
Murphy, a guy who is just consistent, doesn't walk a ton of batters. Isn't going to strike out a ton either. 1-0 pitch. That one finds the zone, evens it up at 1-1. And similar to Maloof, does have starter experience. Started 16 of his 61 appearances in college. Again, he's used to going long. In his final collegiate season, he started 12 of his 13 games. 1-1 pitch, chopped up the middle. Brown diving, but it gets under his glove. And a 1-out base knock for Mark Schallenberger. As he reaches for his third time in 4 at-bats. So with 1 away, next one up is DJ Stewart. And he is 3 for 3. 2 singles and a double. Otters have not managed to get him out yet. Has an RBI, scored once. First pitch. Off-speed pitch fouled up and overhead. An overhead foul ball brought to you by Heads Construction. Choose the best. Never regret it.
He actually played at Bossy Field when he was a high school athlete. Happy 91st birthday to Bob Eckerts.
Counts 0-1 to the Grizzlies' third baseman. That one up and in, and it hit him. So now runners at first and second for the second straight inning with only 1 away. Say this home crowd hasn't thinned out at all, but Evansville's not giving them too much to cheer for. As now Felix is going to go in there and talk with his pitcher. Next up is Victor Castillo, and he has been the heart of this Gateway offense so far. 2 hits, 4 RBIs with both of his hits. He also did pop out to the third baseman his last time up. Murphy trying to pitch through some trouble here. From the stretch, the first pitch to Castillo, off speed. Didn't get him swinging. He's behind 1-0. 15 hits so far for Gateway, and we're only an out into the 5th inning. Comes the 1-0 pitch. That fastball finds the zone, evens the count up at 1-1. This is a team that's been so good on the offensive side of the ball. Both these teams hit a ton of home runs. Coming in, Gateway has hit only just 1 more. Gateway 4th, Evansville 5th in home runs. That pitch swung through that one. Counts now 1-2 for Victor Castillo. Gateway coming in, they are 4th in runs per game offensively. Pitching-wise, they're not a shab either. They are 4th in runs allowed as well. The 1-2 pitch to Victor Castillo. That pitch runs outside. Count evens up at 2-2. Evansville coming into this weekend 2nd in strikeouts per 9. 5th in walks per 9. But they have allowed the most home runs of any Frontier League with 59. It's been their big downfall this year. 2-2 pitch. That one just misses outside. Now the count runs full. Runners at first and second. 1 away. No one scored yet this inning. But Gateway threatening once again. They have at least one hit in every inning so far. The payoff pitch, Castillo. That one stays high. Now the bases are loaded. So after getting the first guy to fly out, a single hit by pitch and now a walk has loaded the bases for the second baseman, Dale Thomas.
Dale Thomas.
And Thomas is 0 for 3, one of the only 2 Grizzlies without a hit. Trying to change that here and really blow this one up more open than what it already is. That pitch outside for a ball. Starts behind another batter, 1-0. One-0 pitch to Thomas. That one is just past the glove of Cruz. One run's going to come in to score. They're going to hold the runner at third, so they'll play station to station here. And Gateway has scored once again. They now lead 10-0 on the Dale Thomas single.
Left fielder, 3, Edwin Mateo.
A 100 off the bat of Dale Thomas. That was hit on the ground, but just found the hole. Next up is Edwin Mateo. Mateo's 2 for 3. Murphy sets, delivers the first pitch to Mateo. That one, another hard grounder through the infield. One run's going to come in to score. They're going to hold the runner at third again. So Gateway just death by 1,000 cuts here in this inning. Another RBI single for Edwin Mateo.
First baseman, 20, Paxton Wallace.
Now 2 in here in this 5th inning. Gateway leads 11-0. Now 17 hits. Next up is Paxton Wallace. First pitch to him. Fastball up and in. He starts behind 1-0. Couple of singles for Wallace as well. Trying to improve on his 2 for 3 day. 1-0 pitch from Murphy. That one's popped up into foul territory. Brown will have a look at it, but it's going to get out of play. The count's going to even up at 1-1. So Murphy running into some trouble here in this inning. He's allowed 2 to score already. Only 1 away. Sets and delivers the 1-1 pitch. Off speed, chopper up the middle. It's going to roll foul, and count moved to 1-2. Just barely made contact with that one. Friday night, now under the lights as the sun's gone down. It has not been kind to the Otters in this one. Trailing 11-0. Only 1 away here in the top of the 5th inning. 1-2 pitch. Broken bat towards Cruz. Backhand toss to second for 1. Throw to first is in time for a double play. A Hoosier Lottery inning-ending double play. And they limit the damage here in the 5th inning. Gateway does score 2, but it could have been worse. Otters now trail 11-0, coming to bat in the bottom of the 5th. Here in the Otters Digital Network and on 96.9 WYIR.
Right now in Vanderburgh County, over 800 children are in the child welfare system waiting for someone to be their voice, and you could be that voice by becoming a court-appointed special advocate, a CASA volunteer. Donating just a few hours a month of your time can change a child's life forever. Vanderburgh County CASA invites you to join them. Stand up, speak out, be for the child, be a CASA. For more information, visit vandcasa.com. That's VAND CASA.com. Ballet Indiana is made up of local ballet professionals, dedicated parents, and community members in order to provide unique and life-enriching experiences for hundreds of young dancers, while carrying out their mission to inspire a lifelong appreciation for dance for both our dancers and the Evansville community. More information on Ballet Indiana and information about their upcoming performances is available at balletindiana.org.
Ben Harris out there for his 5th inning of work as we enter the bottom half of the Buffalo Wild Wings' 5th inning. Bottomless apps are now here, dine-in only. Visit either Evansville locations, either at 545 Pearl Drive and 715 North Minerva Road for details. It's the Otters trying to just find something on offense. They have one hit, a couple of walks. But other than that, they have not been able to do much against this starting pitcher, Ben Harris. So he works into the 5th inning. Still hasn't given up a run, only given up one hit. And he will face Logan Brown, J.J. Cruz, and Justin Felix in this inning. Brown grounded into a double play his first time up. First pitch to him. Low for a ball, and he jumps ahead 1-0. So Otters down 11-0 tonight. Harris works quickly. 1-0 pitch. Finds his own. Count evens up at 1-1. At this point, maybe just trying to get some momentum for tomorrow. That one is a hard hit on the ground, past the second baseman, into right field for a base hit. So a leadoff single. Second time this game they've led off with a hit.
Shortstop, number 17.
Next up is J.J. Cruz. He struck out swinging to end the second inning. Stranded a runner at third. Now official, Florence beat Joliet 5-0. The only game that is official right now. The first pitch to the Otters shortstop. Swung through that one, but just missed it. He's behind 0-1. Went after our first pitch fastball there that was just a little bit outside the zone. Harris works the 0-1 pitch. That one misses low. Count evens up at 1-1. Cruz with the 1-1 count. Harris is set and delivers. He fouls that one up and overhead. An overhead foul ball brought to you by Heads Construction. Choose the best, never regret it.
Choose the best, never regret it.
Cruz tied for third in home runs, tied with Graham Brown. Both of them with 7. Dennis Pierce just behind them with 6. He and LJ Jones both getting the night off tonight. 1-2 pitch. Pulled the string, got him swinging. And he goes down swinging for the second time tonight, and there is 1 away. With 1 out, Justin Felix will be the next one up. He'll step into the right-handed batter's box. He also went down swinging his first time up. First pitch fastball stays high, and he's ahead 1-0. Sets and delivers the 1-0 pitch off speed in the dirt, 2-0 count. Felix not afraid to take walks. Be willing to take one here. Harris is set once again, delivers the 2-0 pitch. Fastball fouled back. Counts at 1-2. 2-1. Harris looks into his catcher, now comes set. Looks in, delivers the 2-1 pitch. Swung through that fastball, came up empty. Counts at 2-2. Felix in his 5th season with the Otters. Waits a 2-2 pitch. Fastball called, strike 3 on the inner half of the plate. Strikeout number 7 for Ben Harris. One short of matching his career high. And that's up to Ellis Schwartz to try to extend this 5th inning. Runner at first is Logan Brown after his leadoff single. But back-to-back strikeouts have 2 away. That runner's still at first. First pitch swinging, fouls that one towards the left side, but out of play. He's behind 0-1. Talked about this a little bit earlier, but Schwartz hasn't had a ton of playing time. He's taken advantage of it when he has, especially as of late. Oh, 1 pitch fouled that one back, and now he's behind 0-2 and has to battle. Schwartz calls time, resets. Ben Harris will ask for a new baseball, and he'll try to reset himself and get ready. 5 for 14 is Schwartz in his last 5 appearances. Now awaits the 0-2 pitch. That one pulled the string, gets away from the catcher, Alvarez. Brown will take second base and around it, but then head back. Count will move to 1-2. That one looked... Alvarez got up and was kind of holding around the neck area. It looked like it maybe have got under the mask on that off-speed pitch. Now he's out there on the mound talking with his pitcher. Of course, his pitcher making sure he's okay, and he will ask for a new baseball, try to give his catcher a little bit of extra time. There's now a couple of times Alvarez has taken some punishment back there. Otters now with a runner in scoring position. Now the trainer, both trainers, are going to come out as well as the pitching coach. They're going to check on their catcher. Well, in the lapse of time, we can take a look at the MLB scores. Rockies now take the lead back. They're up 3-2 against the Reds in the top of the 9th inning. Cubs losing 10-0 in the bottom of the 8th inning against the Yankees. You can always love to see the Cubs losing. Mariners now beating the Tigers 5-3. Guardians take the lead. They're leading 2-1 over the White Sox. Mets and Royals, they're delayed, so they're not playing right now. Nationals losing to the Brewers 7-1. And now in the bottom of the 3rd inning, Cardinals now trailing 6-2. What an offensive heavy game there. Braves with 9 hits through 3. Cardinals now with 7 hits, playing into their bottom of the 3rd inning. Everyone's reset. The 1-2 pitch to Schwartz off speed. He fouls that one off and will do it again. Just able to barely make contact with that one. Four games still yet to get started in the MLB. The Diamondback and Angels started at 8:38. Phillies and Padres shortly after at 8:40. Harris is set, delivers the 1-2 pitch. Fastball stays outside. Count evens up at 2-2. So Schwartz in a great battle here, now in an RBI position. Blue Jays and Athletics will start at 9:05 p.m. and then Dodgers and Giants, last one to start at 9:15 p.m. Those West Coast games really get you. Counts 2-2. Pitch to Schwartz. Laser into left field. It's going to get down for a base hit. They're going to send Brown home. That ball gets past the left fielder, Mateo. Schwartz rounding second. He's heading to third. And he's going to get into third base standing up after the mistake from the left fielder, Mateo, and the Otters on the board. They now trail 11-1, but it's good just to see them get a run in. So Schwartz with a line shot single that turned into a triple. And of course, it would be ruled a single with an error on the left fielder. But now still 2 away. Runner at third. Another RBI position here for David Mendham. First pitch swinging. Hard hit into center field. Back on it is Brandon. Looked like he maybe didn't get a good read on it at first, but does get under it for out number 3. But the Otters get on the board. They get a run back. Still trailed by 10. They will send Colin Murphy out there for another inning of work here on the Otters Digital Network in 96.9 WYIR.
Maintaining our independence becomes more and more vital as we age. Swerka and More can help you navigate this important journey by answering your questions and connecting you to free and unbiased community resources and support services. If you are seeking advice for yourself or a loved one, let Swerka be your first call. More information available at swerka.org or by calling 812-464-7800. Right now in Vanderburgh County, over 800 children are in the child welfare system waiting for someone to be their voice, and you could be that voice by becoming a court-appointed special advocate, a CASA volunteer. Donating just a few hours a month of your time can change a child's life forever. Vanderburgh County CASA invites you to join them. Stand up, speak out, be for the child, be a CASA. For more information, visit vandcasa.com. That's VAND-CASA.com.
The Otters on the board. They trail 11-1. Colin Murphy out there for another inning of work. Struggled through it a little bit in that last inning, gave up a couple of runs, but managed to get out of it without too much damage given up. And now he will try to eat some more innings for the Otters here. Because at this point, you're just trying to get through with your bullpen still mostly intact for the rest of the weekend.
Center fielder, 5, Cole Brandon.
Cole Brandon will head to the plate. It was 21 pitches in that inning for Murphy. First pitch to Brandon. Swings through that one. He's behind 0-1. Brandon enters 0 for 3, a strikeout, a pop-up, and a ground out. Did reach once on the fielder's choice. 0-1 pitch, off speed. Just catches the bottom of the zone. Now he's behind 0-2. Murphy was in the zone for the most part in that last inning. They were able to find gaps. The 0-2 pitch to Brandon, high and away. Count moves to 1-2. Brandon, the only starter for Gateway without a hit so far. Trying to break into that hit column. The 1-2 pitch. Off speed, fouls that one off. We'll do it again. 17 hits through the first 5 innings for Gateway. 2 for the leadoff hitter, Jose Alvarez. 2 for Abdiel Diaz. He also has 2 RBIs. 2 for Schallenberger. 3 for Stewart. 2 for Castillo with 4 RBIs. Next pitch in the dirt. Brandon holds up. Count runs full. Count moves to 2-2, rather. 1 hit for Dale Thomas. 3 for Edwin Mateo. 2 for Paxton Wallace. And Cole Brandon sits at the 9-hole, but 0 for 3 so far. 2-2 pitch. Swung through that one for a German-American bank strikeout. Leadoff batter is set down, and with 1 away, we will go back to the top of the lineup, and Jose Alvarez started off with a couple of singles, came around to score in both of those. Since then is lined out to right field and then struck out swinging. Again, Murphy just trying to keep this 10-run deficit where it's at. First pitch, pulled the string. Alvarez way out in front, and he's behind 0-1. Alvarez, the all-star catcher for the Midwest Conference. Oh, 1 pitch, pulled the string again. Now he's behind 0-2. Some ugly swings at back-to-back off-speed pitches. We'll see if Murphy wants to try to speed him up with a fastball or if he tries to go with another off-speed pitch. Alvarez has seen 2 in a row. Don't want to leave that one hanging if you do go back to the off-speed. The 0-2 pitch to Alvarez. Another off speed, got him swinging. Another German-American bank strikeout, his second of the inning. And with 2 away, Abdiel Diaz, the last hope for Gateway in this inning. Diaz will step into the left-handed batter's box. He is 2 for 4. Did ground into a double play his last time up. First pitch high for a ball. Starts ahead 1-0. Homered back in the second inning. That was still off Parker Browns at that point. 1-0 pitch, chopper towards second. Brown will take it in. Toss to first in time for out number 3. Gateway goes 1-2-3 in the sixth. We'll head to the bottom here on the Honors Digital Network and 96.9 WYIR.
Ballet Indiana is made up of local ballet professionals, dedicated parents, and community members in order to provide unique and life-enriching experiences for hundreds of young dancers, while carrying out their mission to inspire a lifelong appreciation for dance for both our dancers and the Evansville community. More information on Ballet Indiana and information about their upcoming performances is available at balletindiana.org. Maintaining our independence becomes more and more vital as we age. Swerka and More can help you navigate this important journey by answering your questions and connecting you to free and unbiased community resources and support services. If you are seeking advice for yourself or a loved one, let Swerka be your first call. More information available at swerka.org or by calling 812-464-7800.
We head to the bottom of the sixth inning. Graham Brown, JT Benson, Pavin Parks to meet the starter Ben Harris, who is still out there. And the way he's been pitching, why not? He has shut down this Otters offense. He gave up his first run in the last inning. That one is listed as earned. We'll see if that stays that way, because... Oh, it will. That's right. Brain fart. Forgot that he was on second, not first, because of the wild pitch. So, does have 1 earned run so far, but he has been really good. And he will enter the sixth inning trying to match his longest outing. He's gone 6 innings twice, once against Joliet, once against Mississippi. First one he went 6 scoreless, second one he gave up 3 earned runs. He will face Graham Brown to lead it off, who is 0 for 2 with a strikeout and a ground out. First pitch fastball he'll take for a strike, and he'll be behind 0-1. Harris will work a little bit slower. The 0-1 pitch, breaking ball, didn't break enough, evens the count up at 1-1. 83 pitches so far for Harris. Pitch fastball, finds the zone. Counts at 1-2. One-two pitch, fastball, blew it by him. Goes down swinging for the second time in this game. And with 1 away, JT Benson will head to the plate.
Right fielder, number 9, JT Benson.
That now matches his high in strikeouts from his last outing with 8. Trying to break that record with a 9th one at some point. First pitch to Benson finds the zone, and he's ahead 0-1. So Otters' offense, for the most part, has just not been able to find anything. Last couple of nights it's been that way. 0-1 pitch misses low. Count evens up at 1-1. The 1-1 pitch, breaker, just catches the top of the zone. Counts at 1-2 to JT Benson. Works quickly. Here comes the 1-2 pitch. Blew it by him. There's strikeout number 9. Career high for Ben Harris, as he has found something tonight. And with 2 away, it's to Pavin Parks to try to extend this 6th inning. Like I said, outside of the last couple of nights, the offense hasn't had too many struggles, at least to find runs, but man, it has been a struggle last couple of nights for Evansville. First pitch to Pavin, pulled the string on him. He swung through it, and he's behind 0-1. Through 5 2/3 innings, only 3 hits for Evansville in this game. Comes the 0-1 pitch outside, evens the count up at 1-1. Parks does have one of those hits. One pitch, misses low, count moves to 2-1. The 2-1 pitch to the Otters' third baseman tonight. That one just catches the zone, evens the count up at 2-2. Mentioned that Florence beat Joliet 5-0. Zach Westcott, who was just released by Joliet not too long ago, pitches a gym against his former team. What a story that was. Bit of revenge there. Now Mississippi has come back on Windy City. They're down 9-8 now. 2-2 pitch, breaker. He fouls that one off. We'll do it again. Second game to become final. Sussex County beats New Jersey 15-1. 15-1 in a 2:52 game. What a quick one. Comes the 2-2 pitch. Hard hit in the right center field. Over towards it is Brandon. Converging on it is Castillo. Brandon will call him off and bring it in for out number 3. So the Otters go 1-2-3 again. We'll head to the back 3 frames. Otters need 10. They need some pitching here from their relievers. Here on the Otters Digital Network and 96.9 WYIR.
Right now in Vanderburgh County, over 800 children are in the child welfare system waiting for someone to be their voice, and you could be that voice by becoming a court-appointed special advocate, a CASA volunteer. Donating just a few hours a month of your time can change a child's life forever. Vanderburgh County CASA invites you to join them. Stand up, speak out, be for the child, be a CASA. For more information, visit vandcasa.com. That's VAND-CASA.com. Ballet Indiana is made up of local ballet professionals, dedicated parents, and community members in order to provide unique and life-enriching experiences for hundreds of young dancers, while carrying out their mission to inspire a lifelong appreciation for dance for both our dancers and the Evansville community. More information on Ballet Indiana and information about their upcoming performances is available at balletindiana.org. Maintaining our independence becomes more and more vital as we age. Swerka and more can help you navigate this important journey by answering your questions and connecting you to free and unbiased community resources and support services. If you are seeking advice for yourself or a loved one, let Swerka be your first call. More information available at swerka.org or by calling 812-464-7800.
Top of the 7th here for Evansville. Colin Murphy out there for his 3rd inning of work. And after a more tough first inning, he worked a 1-2-3 inning in the second with a couple of strikeouts. Now he's out there for his 3rd inning of work and hopefully trying to keep this Gateway offense down that has only scored a couple of runs since they've put up 9 in the first 2 frames. Thank you for joining me on this Friday night, under the lights version of Otters baseball. I'm Lucas Macklin. This game has been not what Evansville wanted, but still 3 innings to try to do some work and maybe try to push your way back into this one. This inning will start with Mark Schallenberger. He will step into the left-handed batter's box. 2 for 3 tonight with a walk, a couple of hits. First pitch from Murphy. It's a fastball that misses high. He's behind Schallenberger 1-0. Comes the 1-0 pitch. Another fastball. That one does find the zone, evens it up at 1-1. Schallenberger started the offense back in the 5th inning against Murphy with a single. He would eventually come around to score in the Dale Thomas single. The 1-1 pitch. That one is a pop-up into shallow right field. Out on it is Brown. He will camp under it and bring it in for out number 1. Jammed him on that one. Quick out number 1 will lead to DJ Stewart.
12, DJ Stewart.
Only 34 pitches so far for Murphy. He's done a good job at playing to contact. First pitch to Stewart. Swung through that one, did Stewart. He's behind 0-1. It was a big swing for DJ Stewart. He wanted to send that thing way out of here. Time called. Looks like a ball may have gotten away from the Gateway bullpen. Speaking of, Ben Harris has now pitched through 6 innings. We'll see if they want to send him out there for a 7th. Again, the longest he's gone is 6. It would be a professional career high in innings. They do have someone warming out there in the bullpen. The 0-1 pitch to Stewart. Fastball stays outside, evens the count up at 1-1. Stewart 3 for 3, hasn't gotten out yet today. Hit by pitches last time up. 1-1 pitch off speed in the dirt. County moves to 2-1. It was this part of the lineup that Murphy struggled against. Got the first one and Schallenberger. Now he's trying to get Stewart here. 2-1 pitch. Off speed pitch. Stewart holds up. Now it's a 3-1 count. Stewart coming in with a .298 batting average. That is shot up to 306, 308. A 369 OBP entering this one. That one is shot up as well. 3-1 pitch. That one does find the zone. Count runs full. Count full to the Grizzlies' third baseman. Murphy is set. Takes a deep breath and delivers. That one is popped up in the infield. Murphy's going to call it off and bring it in for out number 2. Another jam shot for Murphy on that one. Worked a fastball up and in. Stewart was swinging for the first time tonight. Stewart's been set down. And with 2 away, it's Victor Castillo as he tries to extend this 7th inning.
Victor Castillo.
The way Murphy's pitching, again, his experience in starting, would be shocked if they let him work through the end of this game, even if he gets into a little bit of trouble. First pitch, the Grizzlies' right fielder. He checked his swing. He did go, says the third base umpire, Chris Fackler. Castillo's behind 0-1. Mentioned that Murphy struggled in that first inning, but since then has really locked in. 0-1 pitch, just misses outside. Count evens up at 1-1. Since he got that double play of Paxton Wallace, he has set down now 5 straight after that. 1-1 pitch, swung through that one, did Castillo. Now count moves to 1-2. Trying to set down the Grizzlies 1-2-3 for the 2nd straight inning. Castillo calls time and steps out of the batter's circle to try to reset himself. He'll now step back into the left-handed batter's box. Murphy is set and delivers the 1-2 pitch. Just missed outside. Count evens up at 2-2. Crowd didn't like it. Crowd 3,800 strong tonight. 2-2 pitch. Broken bat up the middle. Snagged by Murphy. That is a broken bat. Get your new lumber at Niehaus Lumber. And Murphy does it himself 2 straight times. Sets him down 1-2-3 again. Now it's time to stretch. I'll give you St. Claude Felter on this 7th inning stretch.
Me out to the ball game. Take me out to the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jack. I don't care if I never get back, and we'll root for the Otters. If they don't win, it's a shame. For it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball game. Nicely done. Now let's get some runs.
Right now in Vanderburgh County, over 800 children are in the child welfare system waiting for someone to be their voice, and you could be that voice by becoming a court-appointed special advocate, a CASA volunteer. Donating just a few hours a month of your time can change a child's life forever. Vanderburgh County CASA invites you to join them. Stand up, speak out, be for the child, be a CASA. For more information, visit vandcasa.com. That's VAND-CASA.com.
New pitcher on the mound for Gateway is going to be Xander Lovin. Lovin on the mound. Behind the plate is Jose Alvarez. That pitcher-catcher battery is sponsored by the Answered Auto Repair East. Find your battery needs at the Answered Auto Repair East, located at 2319 North Green River Road, or called 812-475-9000. Lovin is making his 3rd appearance of the season. Pitched in 2 games so far. In his first outing, went 4 innings. It was a start against Lake Erie where he went 4 innings, gave up 3 hits, 1 run, walked 4, struck out 4. His second appearance against, both of them were against Lake Erie. This one wasn't a start, only went a third of an inning, giving up 2 hits, 2 runs, walked 1, didn't strike out anybody. So hopefully Evansville can get to him here, and he will be met by Keenan Taylor, Logan Brown, and J.J. Cruz here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Otters trail 11-1 on this Friday night. It's been all Gateway. First pitch, Keenan Taylor swinging, but comes up empty. He's behind 0-1. The 0-1 pitch, fouls that one up and overhead. An overhead foul ball brought to you by Heads Construction. Choose the best, never regret it. Fastball, cutter, slider. 2 pitches for him. That one is popped up and out of play, and we'll do it again.
That overhead foul ball is brought to you by Heads Construction.
This is his first professional season. Did not pitch in 2024. Dealt with elbow surgery. Trying to find a role for him here in the Grizzlies bullpen as Taylor fouls that one off and continues to battle. Again, just his 3rd appearance of the season. Next pitch, misses. Count moves to 1-2. That one was way outside. Sets, pitches from the stretch, the 1-2 pitch. Look, another off-speed pitch that misses high. Count moves to 2-2. So his secondary pitch is, at least it's listed more of as a cut slider than it is specifically a cutter or a slider. The 2-2 pitch, fastball, got it by him at 92. Goes down swinging, does Taylor. And with 1 away, it brings to Logan Brown to the plate.
First baseman, number 28, Logan Brown.
Brown 1 for 2, scored the lone run for Evansville on the Ellis Schwartz single. First pitch, lined into right field. It's going to get down for a base hit. Tacks the first pitch. It's a strong single. The Otters with their 4th hit of the game, the 2nd hit for Logan Brown. His back-to-back 2-hit performance. And both of those coming in games where the Otters didn't get too many hits. Next is J.J. Cruz. First pitch to him is a taken for a strike. He'll start behind 0-1. That fastball is up at 92, can get up to 93. His off speed is only down at like 87. 0-1 pitch. That's lined over the glove of Thomas. That's going to get through. Brown is going to stay at second base. He had to wait to make sure it did get through. But back-to-back singles with one away, and the Otters have something going here in the bottom of the seventh inning.
The catcher, number 5, Justin Felix.
Next up is Justin Felix. Try to do some damage here in the seventh inning. Felix, a guy, if you leave a pitch over the heart of the plate, he can attack, and he has a ton of power in that bat. You see, maybe if he wants to attack a first pitch fastball, or if they want to try to go with a first pitch off speed to throw him off. Alvarez now back behind the plate. Felix takes a second, now steps into the right-handed batter's box. Looking for his first hit of the night. He's 0 for 2 with a couple of Ks. First pitch fastball. He attacked it, but he popped up way high. A major league pop-up into shallow left field. Will be brought in by the shortstop, Abdiel Diaz, for out number 2. So he got that fastball inside and tried to turn on it, but just got under it. It's now 2 away. It's up to Ellis Schwartz.
Number 3, Ellis Schwartz.
Similar situation that he came to bat his last time up in the bottom of the 5th inning, where he singled and scored a run, or scored a runner, I should say. That runner was Logan Brown, who's currently at second base. J.J. Cruz is at first. Schwartz at the plate. He would eventually come around to third on the error from the left fielder, but would be stranded at third. First pitch to the Otter center fielder, swings through that fastball, and he's behind 0-1. So Evansville attacking these first pitches from Lovin. Looks like they see something, but still going to try to do damage on him. The 0-1 pitch to Schwartz, another fastball. That one's lined to right field for a base hit. They're going to hold Brown at third. Everyone's going to stay put. Cruz took a big turn at second, but he's able to get back in time. And now the bases are loaded for David Mendham. Got jammed on that one, did Schwartz, but just found the hole. And now joins Logan Brown in a multi-hit game. Next up is David Mendham. Edward Jones, leadoff batter of the game. Did walk back in the third, sandwiching a strikeout, or being sandwiched by a strikeout and a fly out to center. First pitch to him. Off speed, checked his swing, and he did not go. And he's ahead 1-0. First time we see him pull out that pitch, that was a 78 mile per hour changeup. Not listed on his arsenal, but trying to pull out something different, but it missed. Here's the 1-0 pitch to Mendham. Fastball, chopped towards third. The third baseman can't glove it. Stewart can't bring it in. One run's going to come in to score. Cruz is going to round third. He's going to score as well. And Schwartz is going to advance to third base, and the Otters get a 2-run single from David Mendham. Finally break through with a big hit. Otters still trail 11-3, but that's got to be good for momentum. And I think that's going to do it for Xander Lovin. He went 2/3 of an inning, gave up a couple of runs. We'll have a new pitcher when we're back here on the Otters Digital Network, Inter 96.9 WYIR.
Ballet Indiana is made up of local ballet professionals, dedicated parents, and community members in order to provide unique and life-enriching experiences for hundreds of young dancers, while carrying out their mission to inspire a lifelong appreciation for dance for both our dancers and the Evansville community. More information on Ballet Indiana and information about their upcoming performances is available at balletindiana.org. Maintaining our independence becomes more and more vital as we age. Swerka and more can help you navigate this important journey by answering your questions and connecting you to free and unbiased community resources and support services. If you are seeking advice for yourself or a loved one, let Swerka be your first call. More information available at swerka.org or by calling 812-464-7800.
New pitcher in for Gateway is Alec Whaley. Whaley on the mound. Behind the plate is Jose Alvarez. That pitcher-catcher battery is sponsored by the Answer Auto Repair East. Find your battery needs at the Answer Auto Repair East, located at 2319 North Greenover Road, or call 812-475-9000. So Alec Whaley comes in. He enters with a 2.7 ERA. He's given up 8 total runs. 6 of those came in a relief outing against Evansville back on June 24th. That is really the only real damage that's been done against them. We'll see if Evansville can do something similar to try to fight back in this one. 2 in, 2 away. Runners at the corners. And Graham Brown coming to the plate in a big spot, trying to come through in a big way. Steps into the right-handed batter's box, faces down the righty reliever Alec Whaley. First pitch, off speed, outside for a ball, and he jumps ahead 1-0. 14 two-out RBIs for Graham Brown, trying to extend that or expand on that one. Only second to Keenan Taylor's 19. 1-0 pitch, pulled the string again out in front. He's ahead 1-1. First pitch was a slider, that pitch more of a changeup. Now the 1-1 pitch from Whaley. Another off speed, that one just catches the corner. Now Brown has to fight from behind 1-2. Whaley looks in, but Brown calls time and steps out and resets himself. The Otters scored 2 on a David Mindham single. He stands at first. Schwartz singled. He stands at third. Still a big deficit in this one. They trail 11-3, but it's been good to see them try to fight back a little bit in this one. 1-2 pitch to Brown. Another off speed. He fouls that one off. We'll do it again. Hasn't unleashed the fastball against him. It's been all off speed so far. Brown trying to give something more here to get the Otters crowd into this one. 1-2 pitch. There's the fastball. That one misses outside. It's a 2-2 count now. Hasn't been too much for this Otters crowd to cheer for. Pretty good crowd out tonight. Mindham gave us something to cheer for. Hopefully Brown can do the same. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Chopper up the middle, but Whaley snags it and makes the toss over to first in time for out number 3. So the Otters get a couple back. They still trail 11-3 as we head to the 8th. Here on the Otters Digital Network, Inter 96.9 WYIR.
Right now in Vanderburgh County, over 800 children are in the child welfare system waiting for someone to be their voice, and you could be that voice by becoming a court-appointed special advocate, a CASA volunteer. Donating just a few hours a month of your time can change a child's life forever. Vanderburgh County CASA invites you to join them. Stand up, speak out, be for the child, be a CASA. For more information, visit vandcasa.com. That's VAND-CASA.com. Ballet Indiana is made up of local ballet professionals, dedicated parents, and community members in order to provide unique and life-enriching experiences for hundreds of young dancers, while carrying out their mission to inspire a lifelong appreciation for dance for both our dancers and the Evansville community. More information on Ballet Indiana and information about their upcoming performances is available at balletindiana.org.
We head to the top of the 8th inning. The Otters still trail 11-3. They got a couple of runs there in the bottom of the 7th. And hopefully they can try to get into some of that Gateway bullpen, maybe least forced them to use some of their top arms. They already had to use Whaley in this one just to make sure it didn't get out of hand. See if they can try to get him to use Collette at the very least, or maybe even try to make a comeback in this one. Colin Murphy out there for another inning of work. Entered back in the 5th. Gave him a couple of runs there, but since then has set down Gateway 1, 2, 3 the last 2 innings. 8 straight outs recorded for him. And it'll be Dale Thomas, Edwin Mateo, and Paxton Wallace to greet him. Thomas last time against Murphy singled. Mateo also singled last time up against him. Murphy sets and delivers the first pitch to Thomas. That one, a fastball that stays high. He's behind 1-0. It was 9 runs to the first 2 innings for Gateway. They ended up adding 2 more in the 5th inning. 1-0 pitch. Breaker finds his own, evens the count up at 1-1. The Otters got one back in the bottom of the 5th. They got 2 in the bottom of the 7th. The 1-1 pitch, a breaker that also finds the zone. Counts at 1-2 now. A couple of slow off-speed pitches for Murphy there. Otters trail 11-3, 17 hits to 7. That one a slow looper into left center field. It's going to get down for a base hit. Off the end of the bat, doesn't matter if it just finds that open green grass.
Left fielder, 3, Edwin Mateo.
So a 2-strike single to lead off this inning for Dale Thomas. And that will lead to Edwin Mateo hitting with a runner on. Mateo enters 3 for 4, an RBI, a run scored. Singled his last time up against Murphy. First pitch, high away for a ball. The 1-0 pitch, off speed. That one's lasered into center field for a base hit. Back-to-back hits off the end of the bat.
First baseman, 20, Paxton Wallace.
And there are runners at first and second with no one on. Those two singled off Murphy both times they faced him. Now the Otters bullpen is going to get up and warm again. We'll see how long the leash is for Murphy in this inning. Faces Paxton Wallace here. Did get him to ground into a double play his last time up. First pitch to him. Finds the zone. He's ahead 0-1. He's got good placement of his off-speed stuff, does Murphy. Another final. Down East beat New York 9-1. Ottawa beat Quebec 4-1. Off-speed pitch. Fouled that one off. Just got made contact with it. Results the same, though. It's 0-2. They're to the bottom of the 9th in Washington as Lake Erie's beating them 5-0. Brockton now beating Schaumburg 6-5 in the bottom of the 8th. Counts 0-2. Now Felix calls time and resets. And we'll do it again. The 0-2 pitch to Wallace off, or a fastball that misses outside. Counts now to 1-2. Cardinals fighting back. They're now down 6-5 in the bottom of the 5th. 1-2 pitch, off speed in the dirt, stopped by Felix. Keep the runners where they're at. Counts 2-2. Pedro Pajes and Victor Scott with RBI singles. How about that? Counts 2-2 to the Grizzlies' first baseman, another time called by Felix. It's the second time, so both disengagements have been used there. Mariners have blown this one open. They are leading the Tigers 12-3. 2-2 pitch, got him swinging. German American Bank strikeout for Colin Murphy. Big out number 1 for him as now he heads to Cole Brandon, who is 0 for 4.
5, Cole Brandon.
The Mets and Royals have finally gotten started. White Sox now beating Riley's Guardians 3-2. First pitch to Brandon, off speed in the dirt, stopped by Felix, and Brandon jumps ahead 1-0. Murphy looks in, now he sets. From the stretch, delivers the 1-0 pitch. Fastball in the dirt, 2-0 count. After being drafted by the Red Sox, Brandon spent 4 years in their system. Played a year with Washington back in 22. Next pitch misses low. Now it's a 3-0 count. Runners at first and second. One away. No one in yet in this inning. The Otters trail 11-3. If they want really any shot, they got to keep this score line where it's at. The 3-0 pitch to Brandon. Fastball called, strike one. Brandon was about to head down to first base. It's called a strike. Counts now 3-1. Played that season with Washington, then split 23 between Florence and Gateway, and since then has become a Gateway staple. 3-1 pitch, that fastball called, ball four. So Murphy has loaded the bases with a walk there. Max Peterson's going to make a slow walk out to the mound. As the first walk Murphy surrendered. Sorry, second walk he surrendered. Did also hit a batter. And that's going to do it for Murphy's outing. He came in and pitched 3 1/3 solid innings. We'll have more on the new pitcher when we're back here on the Otters Digital Network.
Maintaining our independence becomes more and more vital as we age. Swerka and More can help you navigate this important journey by answering your questions and connecting you to free and unbiased community resources and support services. If you are seeking advice for yourself or a loved one, let Swerka be your first call. More information available at swerka.org or by calling 812-464-7800. Right now in Vanderburgh County, over 800 children are in the child welfare system waiting for someone to be their voice, and you could be that voice by becoming a court-appointed special advocate, a CASA volunteer. Donating just a few hours a month of your time can change a child's life forever. Vanderburgh County CASA invites you to join them. Stand up, speak out, be for the child, be a CASA. For more information, visit vandcasa.com. That's VAND-CASA.com.
John Beamer enters in this one. Beamer on the mound, Felix behind the plate. That pitcher-catcher battery is sponsored by the Answer Auto Repair East. Find your battery needs at the Answer Auto Repair East, located at 2319 North Green River Road, or called 812-475-9000. So Beamer enters in a tough spot with the bases loaded, only one away, and he will face the top of the lineup in Jose Alvarez. He tries to work out of this jam and keep this 8-run deficit where it's at. But it is not going to be an easy task for him.
9, Jose Alvarez.
Beamer enters his 14th game this season. His 8th relief appearance. First pitch to Alvarez, pulled the string, out him out in front, and he's ahead 0-1. Alvarez not afraid to swing at the first pitch, but oftentimes when they've thrown the off-speed for the first pitch, he swung through it. Beamer, high strikeout, low walk stuff, but does surrender the home run. Now the 0-1 pitch to Alvarez. Sets, delivers. Another off-speed, that one in the zone. He's ahead 0-2. Beamer's last time out went an inning and 2/3 against Washington. Gave up 1 hit, 1 earned run, struck out 2, didn't walk anybody. Trying to finish off this 8th inning. Here's the 0-2 pitch to the Grizzlies leadoff hitter. Pulled the string, got him swinging. Another German-American Bank strikeout.
German-American Bank strikeout. And another shout out to our friends at
Now with 2 away, just need an out here from Abdiel Diaz to get out of this inning unharmed. Alvarez obviously upset with himself. 3rd strikeout of the night for him. He broke his bat after the strikeout, slammed it on the ground. Now Beamer and out away. Sets, delivers the first pitch to Diaz. Swings the first pitch, fouls it off, and he's behind 0-1. Diaz started 2 for 2 with a home run and a single. Since then has flown out, or grounded out, flown out, and grounded out. Beamer came in a tough spot, but set down Alvarez in 3 pitches. And delivers the 0-1 pitch to Diaz. Outside, evens the count at 1-1. That one up at 94 for John Beamer. Last pitch before that was 95. There's the 1-1 pitch to Diaz. Sets, looks at the over at second base, now delivers off speed outside. 2-1 count. So he set down Alvarez on 3 straight off-speed pitches. Now to Diaz, started the first 2 with fastballs. That one was off speed, but he missed outside. Bases loaded, nowhere to put him. Beamer sets and delivers the 2-1 pitch. Fastball up and in. Now it's a 3-1 count. Got to come after him somehow, some way. Beamer steps back on the rubber. Looks into Felix, agrees and sets. And delivers the 3-1 pitch. Off speed, high for ball 4. He walks in a run. Grizzlies add 1. Score is now 12-3. That run will go to Colin Murphy. Next is Mark Schallenberger, and doesn't get any easier. Base is still loaded. 2 away here in this 8th inning. First pitch to Schallenberger, off speed, in there for a strike, and he's ahead 0-1. Schallenberger, who spent 5 years here in the city of Evansville, trying to shut this one down with a big hit here. 0-1 pitch, chops that off-speed foul, and now he's behind 0-2. So Beamer, outside of the Diaz at-bat, has been really good with his off-speed stuff. A couple of off-speed pitches to get Schallenberger at 0-2. See which direction he goes here. Beamer looks in, he sets, and delivers the 0-2 pitch. That's a fastball popped up. Shallow left field. Taylor is going to come in on it, and will bring it in for out number 3. So Gateway gets 1, but they strand the bases loaded. So we head to the bottom of the 8th inning here on the Otters Digital Network and 96.9 WYIR.
Ballet Indiana is made up of local ballet professionals, dedicated parents, and community members in order to provide unique and life-enriching experiences for hundreds of young dancers, while carrying out their mission to inspire a lifelong appreciation for dance for both our dancers and the Evansville community. More information on Ballet Indiana and information about their upcoming performances is available at balletindiana.org. Maintaining our independence becomes more and more vital as we age. Swerka and More can help you navigate this important journey by answering your questions and connecting you to free and unbiased community resources and support services. If you are seeking advice for yourself or a loved one, let Swerka be your first call. More information available at swerka.org or by calling 812-464-7800.
We head to the bottom of the 8th inning. Otters come to the plate They trail 12-9.
To Grouseland, which was one Henry Harrison's mansion, and then
It'll be
now
JT Benson, Pavin Parks, and Keenan Taylor.
Make a day trip up to Vincent's, take a tour of Grouseland, and have some pizza afterwards.
Alec Whaley back out there for another inning of work after he got the final out in the 7th inning. Again, Evansville has seen him and they've hit him, but Whaley outside of that one appearance has been so lights out this season.
Right fielder number 9, JT Benson.
Just can't really even think it's going to happen again. But who knows? The Otters have 6 outs to work with, see if they can do something with it. Benson steps into the right-handed batter's box. Whaley delivers the first pitch, off speed, finds the zone, and he's ahead 0-1. Whaley sets from the stretch. The 0-1 pitch swung through that one. Now Benson behind 0-2. The 0-2 pitch, fly ball into center. First in, now out is Brandon. That one's going to carry all the way to the track, but Brandon's going to be able to bring it in for out number 1. That was a ton of power from JT Benson, but fortunately it was well within the range of the great defensive outfielder Cole Brandon. And with 1 away, it's Pavin Parks. He is 1 for 3 on the night, singled back in the 2nd. He's flown out a couple of times. First pitch to him, taken outside for a ball, and he starts ahead 1-0. Whaley sets and delivers the 1-0 pitch. That one finds his own, evens the count up at 1-1. Pavin has pushed his average up to 270, his OBP up to 379. He's gotten back to where he was last year for the Otters. 1-1 pitch, popped up and overhead. An overhead hope foul ball brought to you by Heads Construction. Choose the best, never regret it.
I want you to know that overhead foul ball is brought to you by Heads Construction. Choose the best, never regret it.
Now at the count 1-2 for the Otters' third baseman. Whaley sets, delivers outside. Count evens up at 2-2. Whaley looks in, sets, delivers once again. Pavin checked his swing, doesn't matter, it's called strike 3. Pitch that may have just caught the outside part of the plate. And with 2 away, it's up to Keenan Taylor to try to extend this 8th inning. So the Otters down to their final 4 outs of the game. Taylor trying to extend his hitting streak to 5. He's already extended his on-base streak to 5 with a walk. First pitch off speed. Just misses inside, counts at 1-0. Whaley looks in, sets, delivers the 1-0 pitch. Fastball checked his swing. He did go. This is the first base umpire, Kyle Eastman. Count evens up at 1-1. Whaley with a very much sidearm delivery, not exaggerated like some of the pitchers in the MLB. That one has popped up into foul territory. Under it is Wallace, and he brings it in for out number 3. So the Otters go down 1-2-3 in the 8th. 1 inning remains. We head to the 9th here on the Otters Digital Network in 96.9 WYIR.
Right now in Vanderburgh County, over 800 children are in the child welfare system waiting for someone to be their voice, and you could be that voice by becoming a court-appointed special advocate, a CASA volunteer. Donating just a few hours a month of your time can change a child's life forever. Vanderburgh County CASA invites you to join them. Stand up, speak out, be for the child, be a CASA. For more information, visit vandcasa.com. That's VANDCasa.com. Ballet Indiana is made up of local ballet professionals, dedicated parents, and community members in order to provide unique and life-enriching experiences for hundreds of young dancers, while carrying out their mission to inspire a lifelong appreciation for dance for both our dancers and the Evansville community. More information on Ballet Indiana and information about their upcoming performances is available at balletindiana.org.
John Beamer out there to close out this ninth inning. He will face DJ Stewart, Victor Castillo, and Dale Thomas. He entered with the bases loaded, got a strikeout to get to 2 outs, did walk a batter, then got Mark Schallenberger to fly out to left. And now he hopes here to try to work a quick 1-2-3 inning, get the Otters back up there, and hopefully try to fight for some momentum going into tomorrow's matchup. The Otters coming in, losing 9 straight, and outside of a heroic comeback, it looks like it's going to be 10 straight. Getting dangerously close to the all-time record of 12 from Evansville. DJ Stewart steps into the right-handed batter's box. First pitch from Beamer is a fastball that misses up and away. He's behind 1-0. Stewart 2 for 3 with a pop out back to the pitcher. That fastball misses in. Now it's a 2-0 count. Beamer trying to find the zone here. He works from the stretch. Now delivers the 2-0 pitch to Stewart. That fastball called a ball just outside. Now it's a 3-0 count. Every Gateway hitter with at least 2 hits outside of Brandon, who doesn't have a hit yet. 3-0 pitch fastball. That one does find the zone. So Beamer back on the count at 3-1. Next pitch laced into left field. That's going to get down for a base hit, and that's hit number 4 for DJ Stewart in this game.
Right fielder 6.
Took a 3-1 fastball in the inside part of the plate and turned on it. And now it's up to Victor Castillo with no one out in this inning. Castillo will step into the left-handed batter's box. Trying to improve on his 2-for-4 day. 4 ribbies, a walk, a run scored. First pitch off speed, catches the inside part of the plate, and he's ahead 0-1. The Otters with 2 more games against these Gateway Grizzlies before we head to the All-Star break. 0-1 pitch fastball outside. Count evens up at 1-1. After the break, 9 straight games on the road, 3 in Lake Erie, 3 in Quebec, and then finish it off with 3 in Ottawa. It's going to be a tough 9-game road trip. The 1-1 pitch to Castillo. Off speed, got him swinging, gets away from Felix, but Stewart not ready to run. Counts at 1-2. Evansville will finish off the month back at home against Lake Erie. But we said coming into the month it was going to be a tough month. And while an 0-9 record, looking like it might be 0-10, hasn't proven us wrong. Beamer sets, delivers the 1-2 pitch to Castillo. That one a soft looper into center field, in on it is Schwartz. He slides and brings it in for out number 1. So 1 away.
Second baseman.
Moves to the second baseman, Dale Thomas. The ballpark tomorrow, it's Christmas in July. The Otters will be wearing a sweater-inspired jersey theme tomorrow. That'll be fun to be a part of. Hopefully it will bring some presence of some runs, at least for our team. One away. Beamer sets, delivers the first pitch to Dale Thomas. Off-speed pitch outside for a ball. Thomas started 0-3, singled his last 2 times to the plate. Came around to score his last time on the walk to Abdiel Diaz. 1-0 pitch to Beamer. Fastball fouled it up and overhead. An overhead foul ball brought to you by Heads Construction. Choose the best. Never regret it. Count evens up at 1-1. It's now 12 runs on 20 hits for Gateway. Evansville with 3 runs on 7 hits. 1-1 pitch fastball fouled that one off. Count moves to 1-2. Here in the top of the 9th inning, Otters trail by 9. Just trying to get out of this inning unharmed. Hopefully go to the bottom of the 9th to get some momentum for tomorrow's game. 1-2 pitch, fastball runs high. Count evens up at 2-2. Two pitch off speed, just didn't bend enough. Count runs full. Payoff pitch to the Grizzlies' second baseman. Fastball runs high, ball 4. Now runners at first and second with only 1 away. Edwin Mateo is up to the plate.
Left fielder
He
3,
singled
Mateo.
his last 4 times to the plate, heading to a 4-for-5 day. Popped out back in the first inning, but since then he has been impossible to get out. His average well above 300 now. Up at 307. First pitch to Mateo, off speed, just misses the corner. He's behind 1-0. Here is that 1-0 pitch. Fastball popped up. Shallow left field, cruises out on it. Taylor is in on it, and he will bring it in for out number 2. So they finally get Mateo out, and with 2 away, it's up to Paxton Wallace.
20, Paxton Wallace.
Wallace 2 for 5 today. A couple of strikeouts, a double play, grounded into a double play. Also a couple of singles. Hasn't made it past first base, however. First pitch to him is taken for a strike. He'll start behind 0-1. Beamer working through some traffic. Came in with the bases loaded and 1 away back in the 8th inning. Did allow one of those runners to score, but got out mostly unharmed. That pitch outside, ball 1. Count evens up at 1-1. Beamer sets, delivers the 1-1 pitch. Fastball finds the zone at the knees. Counts at 1-2. Beamer sets, looks back at second, now delivers the 1-2 pitch. Fastball high, chopper towards second. Brown will take it in. Short toss to short. Cruz for out number 3. So the Gateway gets a couple runners on, but can't score them. We head to the bottom of the 9th. Otters need 9 runs. Here on the Otters Digital Network, Internet 69 WYIR.
Maintaining our independence becomes more and more vital as we age. Swerka and more can help you navigate this important journey by answering your questions and connecting you to free and unbiased community resources and support services. If you are seeking advice for yourself or a loved one, let Swerka be your first call. More information available at swerka.org or by calling 812-464-7800. Right now in Vanderburgh County, over 800 children are in the child welfare system waiting for someone to be their voice, and you could be that voice by becoming a court-appointed special advocate, a CASA volunteer. Donating just a few hours a month of your time can change a child's life forever. Vanderburgh County CASA invites you to join them. Stand up, speak out, be for the child, be a CASA. For more information, visit vandcasa.com. That's VAND-CASA.com.
Call to the bullpen for Gateway. They bring in Leone De La Cruz. De La Cruz on the mound. Behind the plate is Alvarez. That pitcher-catcher battery is sponsored by The Answer Auto Repair East. Find your battery needs at The Answer Auto Repair East, located at 2319 North Green River Road, or call 812-475-9000. De La Cruz enters just to finish this one up. The Otters down 12-3. He will face Logan Brown, J.J. Cruz, and Justin Felix. At least those are the batters that are scheduled to hit. Dennis Pearson and L.J. Jones on the bench, but in a game like this, doubt that they'll get them up and use them in a game where they're not likely to come back. At least not at this point. De La Cruz finishing up his warm-ups. He enters with a 5.4 ERA. He's pitched in 18 games this year. Did start the season as a starter. But since he's gone to the bullpen, he has gone 8 straight outings scoreless. Each of them going at least an inning, if not more. First one to face him is Logan Brown. He'll deliver from the windup. First pitch, fastball, swinging, fouled up and overhead. Overhead foul ball brought to you by Heads Construction. Choose the best, never regret it.
Choose the best, never regret it.
0-1 pitch, off speed, misses out and away. Count evens up at 1-1. That pitch outside. Counts at 2-1. The 2-1 pitch swings through that one. Count evens up at 2-2. De Los Santos' last time out against Lake Erie won an inning. Struck out 2 of the 3 batters he faced. That pitch is fouled up and out of play, and we'll do 2-2 again. Give up a couple of hits in Lake Erie on July 4th. Gave up a run wasn't earned. Also struck out 3 of the 6 batters he faced in that outing. The 2-2 pitch to Brown. That pitch called strike 3, and Logan Brown knew it. Goes down looking. Now with 1 away, it's J.J. Cruz. I think Brown was expecting the off speed, got the fastball, and watched the pitch go down middle. J.J. Cruz next up. Trying to get something going here in the 9th inning. Winds up, delivers the first pitch, swings through the changeup, and he's behind 0-1. That one just floated up above the zone. The 0-1 pitch. Watches that one just catch the corner. Now he's behind 0-2. Lake Erie officially did beat Washington 5-0. Brockton and Schaumburg tied at 6, but that one's delayed due to rain. Here's the 0-2 pitch to J.J. Cruz. Fastball, got it. Got him swinging. Just couldn't get to it. And now with 2 away, it's up to Justin Felix to try to extend this one as the Otters are down to their final out.
Catcher number 5, Justin Felix.
Felix steps into the right-handed batter's box. De La Cruz winds up, delivers first pitch, swinging, comes up with nothing. He's behind 0-1. Another outing for Paul Skeens where he doesn't get any run support. Gave up 2 runs. Minnesota leads 2-1. He also only pitched 78 pitches, so it seems like they're keeping his pitch count down right now. That pitch in the dirt evens it up at 1-1. At least it's what it seems from this game. 6 strikeouts, no walks for Paul Skeens. Guardians now take the lead over the White Sox. They're up 4-3. Next pitch popped up and overhead. Now the count down to 1-2. The Otters down to their final strike.
Choose the best, never regret it.
Cardinals and Braves into the bottom of the 7th inning. Nolan Gorman up with 2 away and 2 on. Seems like the closest game right now that's that late. Felix calls time and resets himself. De La Cruz winds up and delivers. That one's laced into center field. In on it is Brandon diving for it. His glove comes off, but he can't bring it in. And Felix extends this outing, or this game, to Ellis Schwartz. 2-strike single for Justin Felix. Ellis Schwartz will come up to try to keep this game alive.
Center fielder number 3, Ellis Schwartz.
Schwartz, a couple of singles in this one. He singled his last 2 times up. 2 for 3. I just keep saying, man, he takes advantage of these opportunities, especially as of late when he's been out there. De La Cruz against another lefty. Struck out the other 2 he faced. First pitch off speed. That one stays way up and in, and Schwartz will be ahead 1-0. Schwartz singled in Logan Brown his 2nd time up. Then he singled to keep the inning alive, allowed David Mendham to come up to the plate, and eventually single in the other 2 runners that scored in this game. The 1-0 pitch to Ellis Schwartz. Liner up the middle. It's brought in by the shortstop and tossed to second baseman Dale Thomas, and that will do it for this ball game. Otters are going to go down 12-3. A game where Gateway jumped out ahead early. Evansville just didn't have anything to fight back. And we'll talk about it more on the Papa John's postgame show. You're listening to the Otters Digital Network, 96.9 WYIR.
Ballet Indiana is made up of local ballet professionals, dedicated parents, and community members in order to provide unique and life-enriching experiences for hundreds of young dancers, while carrying out their mission to inspire a lifelong appreciation for dance for both our dancers and the Evansville community. More information on Ballet Indiana and information about their upcoming performances is available at balletindiana.org.
Welcome into the Papa John's postgame show. Remember that Papa John's is the official sponsor of the Otters pregame and postgame shows, available every game night, 20 minutes before and 10 minutes after each Otters game on the Otters Digital Network, the Home Team Network, and at 96.9 WYIR. So the Otters dropped game 1 of this series. They've now lost 10 in a row. It has been a rough couple of weeks for Evansville. It's just been a rough July, and it has not gotten any easier, and it won't get any easier tomorrow as this Gateway team has been one of the hottest teams in the Frontier League. And they'll have to come back tomorrow and try to figure something out. For Evansville, as Parker Brahms got the start, he only pitched an inning plus, gave up 7 more earned runs, walked 1, struck out 1. Then it was Jackson Maloof. He pitched 3 strong innings, did give up 6 hits, didn't walk anybody, gave up 2 runs, neither of them earned, and struck out 4. Colin Murphy then came in and pitched 3 innings and a third. Ended up giving up 3 runs, 2 in his first inning. He gave up in the 5th inning, and then gave up 1 that was eventually let in by John Beamer. But he pitched well, walked 2, struck out 3, and then Beamer came in with the bases loaded and 1 away. Did allow one of those runners to score, but then came back in the 9th inning to close it out. Did allow a couple runners to reach, but eventually got out of it unharmed. He did not give up any runs. The loss will, of course, go to Parker Brahms. On the other end, the start for Ben Harris, he was electric. 6 innings, gave up 3 hits, only allowed 1 run. Walked 2 and struck out 9. It was an impressive outing for his 6th professional start. He now moves to 5-0 on the season. They have played really well when he's been on the mound.
Wait, don't forget that after the fireworks show is done,
the Grizzlies finished with 20 hits. 8 Grizzlies managed hits. All of them that managed to hit had at least 2 hits. DJ Stewart and Edwin Mateo both with 4 hits, and then Victor Castillo with 4 RBIs. Abdiel Diaz ended up with 3 RBIs. For the Otters, they did manage 7 hits, which was better than last night, but outside of a couple of innings where they strung together some hits, didn't really do much. A leadoff single from Logan Brown. He eventually advanced to second on a wild pitch, and then the Schwartz single scored him. And then the 7th, they managed a couple of hits from Logan Brown and J.J. Cruz. Eventually a Schwartz single loaded the bases, and then David Mendham singled in 2 runs. But other than that, Evansville didn't do much. They did get a single from Justin Felix, but other than that, they went down quietly after that. Come back tomorrow here at Bosse Field once again. They will take on these Gateway Grizzlies. The Otters will send to the mound Yohan Gonzalez. He'll make his 2nd start of the year, and Lucas Weinberg, 2nd time the Otters will face him this year, will be on the mound. It is going to be a tough matchup for Evansville tomorrow before they send Garrett Simpson to the mound on Sunday. Still to be announced who will be pitching for Gateway on Sunday. Evansville now moves to 21-33. They will still only be 8.5 games back of Washington after their loss, but every loss makes it more and more tough to make a playoff run. But hopefully Evansville can turn it around at the end of this break, get a couple of big wins, win the series, and who knows, maybe they can push that momentum. Again, this is a team that obviously tonight wasn't good, but it just feels like they're so close. A lot of 1-run losses that so far this month. Just feels like if some of those things go their way instead of against their way, maybe they can get some of these wins. But tonight was not their night. Felt like everything that could go wrong did go wrong. That'll do it for the Papa John's postgame. Thank you so much for joining me on this Friday night. Like I said, the Otters are back tomorrow at 6:35 p.m. We'll be live at 6:15 p.m. Central Time here at historic Bosse Field, and hope you join me for another, hopefully a better night of Otters baseball. For Lucas Macklin, I am Lucas Macklin, signing off, and as always, have a blessed night.